get my shit right. Peace. Peace, fools. Talk some shit. I brought some books out today, so I came prepared for you motherfuckers. Take a sip of my Martinelli's, and Tito's. Woo, I say, for like a half a cup in this bitch. We're about to go in though. After I get right. Once I get right, then we can get right. You dig? Because I'm definitely about to get right. Because it ain't no party like the West Coast party. Yikes. What's the deal? What's the deal? So who we got so far? Cofield Blue, what's cracking? What's the deal? What's the deal? Be safe out there on the road, brother. Be safe, brother. Galactic Human, what's the deal? What's cracking? Me chilling this Friday. It's Friday. Right? Yep, it's Friday. I forget. I be out of time. I be forgetting what day of the week it is. I be having to remind myself. My lady, a friend of hers, was here for 2 weeks. I thought it was just a few days. They had to remind me she was been at my home for 2 weeks. I forgot. Well, I wasn't thinking of it that way. She was just, it wasn't like I was sitting there counting the seconds, But she was in the house for 2 weeks. I was just like, it's really been 2 weeks? She was like, yeah, I've been here 2 weeks. I was like, well, all right. Well, all right. So, yeah, man. So, what we going to get into is we're going to get into what it means to start to truly begin to kind of analyze where you're at spiritually. Not to say that there is any particular level, like 1 through 10, that's per se. But we're just going to basically talk about what it means to be accountable for your spirituality and not being just complacent in this shit, but what it is that you know and some of the information that you've gathered on the intellectual level. Let's just say, you understand? So we're going to get into a little bit of that shit. And then we're going to get into some methodologies and we're going to get into some books. And then we're going to eventually start to get into some of the steps that I would suggest that you will begin to take or at least look at if you're really, really serious about this thing. Okay. What I found is that in my journey in consciousness, what I found is one of my talents is the ability to talk to individuals on a very ground floor level about this shit. Like I would imagine I would have been a good person to have a conversation with when I first began to get into consciousness. It'd have been nice, let's just say that, or let's just pretend it'd have been nice to have someone that I could have conversed with on a daily basis, in order to help, cultivate certain things, So one of my talents and one of the things that I'm going to do eventually, I'm going to set up some sort of curriculum or perhaps maybe some sort of consultation. I'm not sure yet, to where any individual who is serious about perhaps putting themselves in a position where they can, really know more, really holding themselves accountable to the utmost, um, and not just looking to be a follower or not just looking to be a part of some fucking group, um, who is actually looking to break the mold of themselves. Because if a lot of times we can allow like little things to like block us and get in our way. You understand what I'm saying? Like little things, you know. And a lot of those little things are basically it comes down to your lack of confidence in yourself. You look at yourself as so small and so little. You dig what I'm saying? You really, you really can't really see yourself really. It's kind of difficult. It's kind of difficult to see yourself. You look at yourself as so small because you judge yourself by who you've accepted yourself to be as Tyler or Martin or Sherelle or Chanel. You know what I'm saying? That's all you kind of see yourself as, you know. So what I've learned about myself is that I have a passion for having conversations with individuals who are genuinely seeking some new direction. That's tired, who has making certain uh, worldly analysis, and it came to the conclusion just for themselves, like, well, I've tried this, I've tried that, I've tried this, I've tried that. You know, what do I need to do in order to see what else is out there? And I found out one of my talents is helping individuals who perhaps who I can perhaps help them along the path. You know, just help them along the path. Perhaps point them in it. Perhaps give them certain avenues that will help them choose their own direction. Let's just say. You understand what I'm saying? So you wanna one of the things that you wanna begin at is, let's just say for instance, if you are a religious person, okay, and you are a Christian, you know, one of the things, and this is not about me trying to convince you of anything. I'm talking about if you are a Christian but you are really, truly, truly, truly conflicted. You understand what I'm saying? Because you got to start somewhere. Not everybody is lucky or fortunate enough to just jump right to a cult. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody has that. Not everybody's path is going to be that way. Everybody's path is different. Okay, so let's just say, for instance, if you come up on a very strong religious type of background, you understand what I'm saying? You're gonna have to have the courage to actually look into what you've been investing your belief in, all your energy and all your time into. You have to be brave enough to accept new information. If you are not brave enough to accept new information that is contrary to what you've been told and what you've accepted as wholehearted truth, your ass is gonna be stuck in a motherfucking whirlwind. You understand what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. You understand? If you've already accepted in your heart that you believe what you believe and that you know in what you know, then there is not really much that I can say to you. You know, I truly and I truly humbly accept that that's what your mentality is, and I'm not interested in trying to convince you, or I'm not interested in trying to pry or browbeat this shit. You understand what I'm saying? I want to talk to those who are seeking already. I like to help those people. I like to help those people. You dig what I'm saying? What it do, man? What it do, brother? How you doing, man? Dream Wise, my dog. What's up, big dog? We gotta link up again, bro. It's time to do some new shit. It's time to change. You know, let's do something different. Let's do something different. Let's challenge ourselves to do something different. Something, something. It doesn't necessarily have to be radical. It can be very simple. I'm not going to sit here at this moment in time. Well, perhaps a few suggestions may come about. I'll say that. A few suggestions may come about, but ultimately, I would advise that you begin to put yourself in a mindset of of kind of being open to rearranging your way of thinking and doing things and being willing to, grow a little bit. I'm always looking to grow a little bit. You understand what I'm saying? Always looking to grow a little bit. Extremely humble to the shit that I don't know. And genuinely find it fascinating to pursue it. But ultimately the serve purpose for not for self realization and that feeling and excitement of witnessing your own transformation is really a beautiful thing. It's a wonderful thing. That's one of the main reasons why we are here. Is to place ourselves in a position where we can begin to partake in our transformation and perhaps do some new shit. Let's do some new shit. You dig what I'm saying? Fuck convention. Let's do some new shit. You know, we have, we have clinical psychiatrists who've been around forever, and their job is to, you know, help an individual who is unaware of their subconscious mind to tap into it to start fixing certain problems and issues about themselves. But it seems like the psychiatrist is kind of there's still the patient is still codependent on the psychiatrist. You dig what I'm saying? Because once one problem is fixed, the patient will come back with another problem, which means that the psychiatrist is typically dealing with an individual who doesn't have the ability to develop their own new methodologies that they've learned from the psychiatrist. So you understand what I'm saying? That's why we have a lot of religious folk. They've lost their ability to actually think for themselves. So they depend on others to do the thinking for them. I'm interested in speaking to those who are overwhelmingly interested in controlling their own minds, controlling their own minds from every aspect of it, from every aspect of it. You dig? Not just one aspect, not just being disciplined in any particular area and deeming yourself a disciplined motherfucker. You understand what I'm saying? Just because you can keep your dick in your pants, you understand? That don't really mean shit to me. Or just because you can practice celibacy for 90 months, I really don't give a fuck. To me, that's not really all that really impressive. As you try to put that on in a realm of something to be like set as a criteria of trying to reach some high shit. Who no one really that doesn't really fucking matter. I'm interested in talking to those who are seeking ways of finding their own methodologies. I can help you or assist you in finding your own methodologies. I can sit here till I'm blue in the face and tell you all the shit that I've done for myself. And I can do that beautifully. I can sit here and give you every story in the world. And perhaps through time, some of the things, I will leak this shit. It'll come out spiritually. But I'm interested in talking to those who are seeking their own way. That's who I want to fuck with. I'm trying to spar with them. I'm trying to spar with them. Because if I'm sparring with a motherfucker who's looking for me to teach them, I'm going to always knock their ass out, and I'm going to always get your money. Oh, I'm going to get your money. Because you're going to keep coming back to me with problem after problem, and I'm going to get your money. Fortunately, I have the integrity to suck your ass dry. You dig? I ain't going down that road. You understand what I'm saying? There's nothing about that shit that interests me. But what I'm saying is that I want to speak to those who have the mentality, or who is strongly seeking the mentality of understanding what it means to developing your own way. Oh, I can help you find your own. I can assist in that. That's my talent. That's my gift. I can help assist in that. Now I'm still figuring out how I'm gonna set this shit up, because I'm preparing myself for all these niggas. Dealing with this shit, I can already see it's gonna be a task. But it is what it is. It's my calling. Peace, harmony. What's up, brother? What up? What's the deal? We early on the cool check-in. We on the cool check-in. Friday evening. What's the weather out here in Atlanta? It's a nice, crisp 79. No rain in sight. Breeze. You dig what I'm saying? It's a beautiful night. It's a beautiful night. I mean, technically, I'm in Stone Mountain, but you know how it is. The Atlanta metro city area, we just say Atlanta for niggas who don't know. Everything is Atlanta around this bitch. Everything is Atlanta. Where you? Atlanta, nigga. Well, that's where I live, nigga. The ATL, shawty. The ATL. So I'm interested. You understand what I'm saying? Like, in having, I can't wait to begin to have those conversations, but I'm not gonna put the cart before the horse. You understand what I'm saying? Like, when I roll it out, the day I roll it out and I announce it, that's the day that I'm ready. But until then, I still got some fucking work to do. You understand what I'm saying? Still got some work to do. Still got a little work to do. And a lot of these lives are perhaps low-key practices. You understand what I'm saying? Just putting myself out there, getting used to having, you understand what I'm saying, interactions with all walks of life. Ultimately, in my heart, I feel prepared. But, you understand, still got to marry some things. Intellectually, maybe. So I can have more ammo for your monkey ass. Because I know I'm going to be talking to some motherfucking Rhodes scholars, and they're going to be hitting me with some shit I have no fucking idea. It ain't. That's all right. That's a learning opportunity for me. Fuck it. That might lead into some other shit. I don't give a fuck what it leads to. And the only thing I wanted to lead to is for you coming to your conclusion of which direction you need to go into. That's what I'm interested in. When we're done with the consultation, I want you to be like, yeah, okay, I know what the fuck I need to do. I need to take Brother Painter's class. I feel like I'm mentally ready for that. You understand what I'm saying? Because I wouldn't sit here and just say, just take his class outright if you don't know shit about occult science. I would advise that you do some research first. Watch some of the brother's videos. Become acclimated with what he's getting at. Watch, watch all kind of shit. Begin to expose yourself. You understand what I'm saying? Begin to expose yourself. To see if you're really built for the frequency. See if you're really built for it. Because you'll find out real quick if a motherfucker says something that offends you and it blocks you from actually getting the message. You will see if you're actually built for this shit. You get offended, boom, your feelings is hurt. Oh, motherfuckers start crying the blues because you look up to motherfuckers. You put motherfuckers on pedestals. What you need to do is just be sincere about your own work, and nothing else fucking matters. Nothing else matters. I don't. You don't need to. You know what I'm saying? Be friends with niggas per se. You don't need to be friends with niggas per se. Just get what you gotta get, so you can move and get the fuck on. That's what controlling your mind is about. That's what it's about. So yeah, that's what it's about. You wanna you wanna be interested in getting to know your own way. That should be your number one thing. You want to be interested in getting to know your own way. Fuck anybody else's way. Who gives a fuck? Become interested in what your way is and what your method is for you. Begin to become obsessed with mastering and understanding who and what you are. Because that journey alone is worth the travel. It's worth the travel. It's worth the travel. It's worth the travel. A lady made this homemade candle. Look at this shit. Mr. Scary Man. Shit is fire. Put yourself to the test, you dig? So I got a bunch of books up here. Well, a few. Um, I ain't finna go through all this shit because I don't really motherfucking feel like it. But I will show some of the titles, and then if you happen to have any questions, I would gladly go into it. The two books right now, I'll go ahead and get it off top. The two books right now that I'm stuck in, and stuck in a good way, like just absolute study, because these two books here just, I mean, shit. So the first is Brother Panic's book, The Origins of Occult Civilization, Volume 1, Hollywood. This shit and motherfucking, what my other shit at? Shit, this shit falling apart. I be in this bitch so much. Motherfucking Ancient Future by Wayne Chandler. Nigga. This shit here. So these two books right now is what I'm like totally, I'm stuck in these. I'm obsessed with these two. You understand what I'm saying? I strongly urge you to get into these. Like for instance, right now I am in section. What section is this? I have been in the Necronomicon section, in Brother Panic's The Origins of Occult Civilization. The Necronomicon section is where I've been at the most. So I'm not going to go here and go through a step by step of what the Necronomicon is. I suggest you do your own little research because, like I said before, I'm not here to try to give you methodologies that I do personally, because I feel I'll be doing you a disservice. That's just my honest opinion about this shit. I don't really give a fuck. Motherfuckers want to probe you and kind of, let's just say, pick your brain a little bit, which I don't mind. But I want you to get in the habit of seeking your own information. All these books I have here was a result of me seeking my own shit through watching an assortment of fucking countless hours of lectures. Countless hours of lectures. You understand what I'm saying? And just hearing all these great scholars give off books. You understand what I'm saying? And the ones that piqued my interest was the ones I got. You understand what I'm saying? So real quick, I got The Holographic Universe by Michael Talbot. The Revolutionary Theory of Reality that explains the latest frontiers of physics, the paranormal activities of the mind, the unsolved riddles of brain and body. Check this shit out. What else I got here? I've talked about this before. Hidden Power by James Van Fleet. How to Unleash the Power of Your Subconscious Mind. This shit here was one of the first. This is one of my first true breakthroughs right here. Was tapping into and getting and becoming interested in the subconscious mind. You understand what I'm saying? This book got me interested in it. And what's interesting is that before I even read this book, I had already took Brother Panic's classes. You see what I'm saying? Like I was kicking it around Brother Panic and all that shit. You understand? And he's talked about the subconscious mind a million motherfucking times. And I didn't get it until I finally took his suggestions from many of his YouTube lectures and videos. He talked about this book all the time. Until I actually decided to seek the information and actually, you know what I'm saying, research it, was when I finally got the breakthrough. So you can listen to a nigga all day. Now, some people may be able to get it just by listening, but I encourage you to do a little research, just a little bit, just a little bit. It's something about that intimacy you spend with yourself, that time. It's very intimate. You understand what I'm saying? You can learn a lot about yourself. So I'm gonna put these to the wayside as I go through these shits. And I'll go through them again anytime anybody wants to, for me to go back. I ain't got no problem. So we got Hidden Power, Holographic Universe, Ancient Future, The Origins of Occult Civilization by my main man Panic. I got Mind Control 101 by Dante Lion Jones. Dante Lion Jones. This is an excellent book that helps you break down on a surface level, which eventually goes deep. But it helps you break down very easily and very fundamentally how you are mind controlled on a day-to-day basis and how you are affected emotionally by this bullshit, which I've already discussed. You know what I'm saying? These motherfucking emotions. These emotions be fucking you up. And I got My Yacht Magic by Nima, an introduction by Kenneth Grant. Another book that Bobby suggested, hot shit. The Hermetica, I got 2 copies. I got this, this is like the hardcore version. Ooh, nigga. Ooh. Nigga, I be feeling like I gotta do mental yoga before I crack this bitch open. Oh, nigga, this shit is a fucking chore. For me. It may be easy for you, nigga. I'm gonna be honest. This book, Hermetica by Walter Scott, goes deep into the Hermetica. You understand what I'm saying? Goes deep into that shit. So I got a couple shits on those, cross references. What else? What else I got over here? Damn, I think I burned too many books up here. Discovering Your Past Lives by Gloria Chadwick. The best book on reincarnation you'll ever read in this lifetime. Very dope. Dreams and Illusions and Other Realities by Wendy O'Flaherty. Hot shit. So if you miss anything, you can always go back and rewind it. And of course, I will always answer I will answer questions as they come in. You understand? So I got other books over here, but fuck. I'd rather talk to you niggers. Fuck this shit. So what else is going on in the world? Niggas still fake woke. I'm seeing a lot of fake wokeness. A lot of fake wokeness. What is fake wokeness? You understand? Fake wokeness is basically banging on the white man because you have become aware. Suddenly, you've become aware that you were a slave, and you are somehow offended by that, which I get. I understand that you're offended by that. I get it. I get it. You understand? Or them niggas who can drop science that nobody can really fucking understand but them. You know. This shit is so scientific. This shit looks like algebra when a nigga read that shit. Shit look like motherfucking French. You understand what I'm saying? Be plain with niggas. Just be plain. They'll get the message. Be plain. I'm playing with niggas. I don't have a need to sound smart. I don't give a fuck. You're gonna get the message because the goal here, you understand, is to help you develop certain methodologies for yourself to get you to a point to your own personal realization, to lead you down the path. You understand what I'm saying? Of your own shit. That's what this shit is about. I don't care to indoctrinate you with the motherfucking thing. You understand? I don't care to indoctrinate you. I don't care to, I don't care. I just want to see you paint your own color. I want to see your shade of red. Come on with your own color. Shit. Come on with some new shit. The old shit ain't working. Old shit ain't working. I was making six figures. I was at a 6-figure gig, and I was not happy. I was not happy. I failed the 7th grade twice. Didn't finish the 9th grade. No diploma, no college. Eventually landed a 6-figure gig and still wasn't happy. Happy in the sense of it didn't bring me fulfillment. Ultimately, it was what it was. It was what I needed for my own realization. Once I got the realization, I was over the fucking job. I was over it. I was like, all right, it's like getting that new pussy. Sometimes when you get that new pussy, once you get it, you be like, all right. If that's all it is. All right. And that's basically what it was for me. Ultimately, it was like, this is cool, but I don't care to be defined by this. And I don't care to put myself in a mindset of being an uppity nigga. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be one of them niggas. I want to be a fly nigga. I mean, I'm a fly nigga, but I don't want to be an uppity nigga. You know, niggas feel like because they make a certain amount of money with their job, like that's like something to like that's something to like kind of hang your hat on as the true reflection of your greatness. Let's just say that I got this great job that makes me great, and that's it. You understand what I'm saying? Simply because I make a lot of money. That makes me that nigga. You understand what I'm saying? That ain't really shit. I found that out. I found out what I had to do on a daily basis in order to like make money. It wasn't worth it for me. It just wasn't worth giving them my energy in that way. Emotionally, when you're working with individuals who are completely mind controlled. Okay, they buy into this corporate idea of whatever the companies these corporate companies, they be having like these mantras and they be having like these motherfucking like principles and shit. And these niggas be buying into this shit, rocking the colors, the company colors, like it's pride. It's like a lot of pride in that shit. So if you don't care, if you don't care like they care, they look at you funny. You understand what I'm saying? Once them niggas began to recognize that money wasn't my motive, them niggas started to look at me like I was fucking crazy. And that's the truth. It's out to say, like, I don't think this nigga really cares about money. Like, that's odd. Like, don't you have bills? You understand what I'm saying? Like, I was working, like, man, like, this corporate shit, So it's like the lockdowns are fucking endless. They really are endless. It's one thing after the other. If it ain't your corporate job, it's your daughter in the pageant. You understand what I'm saying? Or it's your daughter's dance squad or cheerleading squad, or gymnastics. You understand what I'm saying? You know, or it's your board. It's your parent meeting, or your what's the motherfucking shit? I hate them shit. Them HOA meetings. I hate them shit. I hate them. I would never. HOA meetings. You understand what I'm saying? Just lockdown after lockdown, niggas. It just lockdowns, and these lockdowns are they require your attention. They require your emotional attention and energy. You understand what I'm saying? It requires this shit. You don't realize how it fucks you up, but it fucks you up. It begins to become all you motherfucking think about. That's all you think about. I gotta do this. I gotta do this. I gotta do this. If I don't do this, then this ain't gonna happen. Oh my God, my baby gotta have this. Oh, you know what I'm saying? This overwhelming stress. How can you think about more? Once you just begin to look at this shit like, oh my goodness, I can see how I'm being affected by this shit, by my living conditions. I'm seeing how my job affects me. You understand what I'm saying? I'm seeing what I have to do emotionally in order to put myself in a position just to make a few dollars. Just to make a few dollars, it's not even worth it. And you know that subconsciously. So you resent it. You understand what I'm saying? You resent it and you begin to resent yourself. Your self-esteem begins to become lower and lower and lower because you begin to buy into like, man, this is just life. I got to come to this job every day. I hate this fucking place, but I got to come here every day because I depend on them to pay my fucking bills. But I got to come here and bust my ass and deal with my asshole manager, deal with his boss, deal with my whole ass coworkers. You understand what I'm saying? Or whatever, all that shit. Getting into traffic, got to get up early for motherfuckers. Oh, nigga. Nigga, work is, nigga, y'all niggas need to understand that work, I know y'all niggas need money, but goddamn, nigga. It's time to start begin to think of a new way of doing this shit. Not so much as I'm not saying trying to figure out a new way to survive. We're having a human condition. That's obvious. You want to keep the motherfucking lights on. But damn, nigga. That ain't the end all to be all. Punching that clock. That ain't the end all to be all. You have got to know that you are capable of more. I'm gonna put your ass on motherfucking Front Street on that shit. I'm gonna put you on Front Street on that shit, nigga. You hate your motherfucking job, nigga. You hate that shit. You hate that shit. Yeah, you do. You do. You do. You don't ever want to go back to that shit. If you can sit at home and get paid for nothing, you would not do that shit. You would be doing something else. You hate it. You hate it. I know. I hated my job. Hated it. Hated it. I hated it. I didn't, I hated it in the sense of I seen how it affected the people I work with on a day-to-day basis. How fucking stressed they are coming into work. Stressed. You understand what I'm saying? Gotta make this money. Motherfuckers got, they're making all this money, but they got multiple kids for multiple women. They've made mistakes. You understand what I'm saying? They gotta keep that cash coming in. You dig? They gotta keep it coming in, baby. Got to. Gotta keep that lifestyle up, baby. Shit. I must continue. For those who are aware of all this shit, of the importance of keeping your lights on and paying your bills and getting money in this reality, and still you are looking for a better way, holla at your boy. Because this shit is not true. This shit is truly not for the faint of heart. Because most motherfuckers is gonna hear that shit and say, yes, this shit is of the utmost importance. My human life is more important than any motherfucking thing. I must have this human life. I gotta have it. You understand what I'm saying? Then you're not gonna be able to hear what the fuck I'm saying. If I'm able to quickly deduce that you should be taking Brother Planet's class or something like that, or let me see, how can I say it? If I'm able to deduce, you know what I'm saying, that you're unable to accept what fuck. It seems so fundamental. It seems so fundamental to look at humanity as the flaw. And it's easy to say. It rolls off the tongue quite easily. Yeah, humanity is the flaw. Humanity is your problem. But explaining it to a nigga and the nigga actually beginning to probe and process that. Ooh, nigga. To tell a nigga that, you understand what I'm saying, that ultimately your lockdown is your humanity, all the shit that you've accepted as a parent, and all the shit you accepted from your own parents, all the things that you accepted as yourself because you become comfortable with yourself. You understand what I'm saying? You become comfortable in that seat of this false self. It's hard to stand your fat ass up because the longer you sit in that seat, you become atrophied in that position. It's hard to stand up, nigga. Eventually, that chair you sit in becomes a futon, and then eventually that futon becomes a motherfucking bed. It starts to get more and more comfortable. The more and more you invest in this human shit. I'm interested in those who are open to the idea that perhaps this human condition that they are in is not for them. Not for them. What, you want to hit this baby? You dig what I'm saying? This shit, I'm starting to realize that this shit is not for the faint of heart. This shit is not for the faint of heart. That's why I'm creating an avenue. I'm just creating an avenue that will allow an individual that was like me, who was seeking information, and was able to make critical analysis just by probing history, looking at the civil rights movement, looking at the slave trade, and just exposing themselves to all kind of history, to only to recognize that ultimately that these are men causing this shit. This is human shit. You understand what I'm saying? You begin to recognize that this is human shit, and you start to become interested in shit that's a little bit more concrete or flexible. Flexible. For me, as a child growing up under Christianity, one of the first things I fucking recognized was how rigid it was. It wasn't flexible. You can't do shit. I remember feeling that way as a kid, like, fuck, I can't do shit. God damn, there's a rule for every motherfucking thing. Fuck. I'll go to hell for fucking. I mean, god damn. I can go to hell for fucking. If I don't get married under the laws of God, I can go to hell for fucking. God damn. I mean, that's fucking insanity. Oh, God. Can't do shit under that Christian shit. Under that religious shit. All them rules. Them dumbass rules. Who gives a fuck? Them rules. As a child, I thought that shit was fucking dumb. I hated that shit. The more I began to reflect on my life, and I began to go further and further back in my meditations to my childhood and shit, I started to like live. I started to meditate what it was like to what my mind was like as a child. I remember not having worry. Like I remember what that was like, just a glimpse of that shit. I remember not giving a fuck. Like, didn't know nothing about bills, didn't know anything about adultery, didn't know anything about monogamy, marriage, divorce. You understand what I'm saying? Only thing that I was interested in doing was just seeking whatever the fuck. I just wanted to play. Like, I remember like that freeing shit. Oh man, real life hits you real quick when you start to you see your mama laying on the floor. You see your parents laying on the motherfucking floor, nigga. Real life start to hit you real quick. You understand what I'm saying? It don't take a rocket scientist. It don't take a rocket scientist to figure out that your situation is fucked up as a child. You like fuck. I remember being like 1, 2, and 3 years old. My cousins, my first cousins on my father's side, they threw my birth. They personally, children, I might add, they personally threw my birthday parties like every year for me and my sister. For like 1, 2, and 3. My sister's like a year behind me. Like they would like throw our birthday parties for us. When I tell you, you know how you grow up and you have like those older cousins who be like bullying you and shit, who was like fucking you up. You know what I'm saying? Like talking about you, embarrassing you in front of your family and your friends. You know them fucked up cousins that just bully on you because they was bullied just like like them, whatever. So, but in I'll say the first 4 years of my life, I had like five first cousins who treated me like I was just the prince of the world. You understand what I'm saying? I wanted for nothing. That was my introduction to the world. Their names was Lucky, Novette, Tanya, and Robert. Let me see. And I want to say I'm missing. Yeah, Lucky, Novette, Tanya, and Robert, which is uh my aunt Sharon's children, and also my cousin Ken, um, and cousin Andre, cousin Tita. You know what I'm saying? Like they just like whatever I wanted. I don't remember a no. You understand what I'm saying? It was magical. You understand? Like everything I wanted, it seemed like I just had it. You understand? And then all of a sudden, you see, you seeing that you in poverty, real life kick in, boom. You understand what I'm saying? Real life kick in, baby, quick. You start to forget yourself. Start to forget real quick. You start to develop a new you that is conducive to survival, and survival is connected to everything, including getting a bitch or a nigga. You understand what I'm saying? This persona that you built for yourself is also built in the world of social. You know what I'm saying? Social survival. You understand what I'm saying? No one is happy if they can't get a bitch. No nigga is happy with not being able to get a bitch. You understand what I'm saying? Period. That nigga's not happy. He's not. That woman that's sitting at home who feel like she can't get a nigga, she ain't really happy, really. Perhaps perhaps you can become happy after you have experienced certain relationships, good or bad, and you've come to a personal conclusion that perhaps maybe I should be alone. That's different. I'm talking about for those who are ignorant of it. If you're ignorant of it, you sitting at home lonely and shit, you like, oh, you understand what I'm saying? I wish I had somebody that would sit on my face. Want somebody to just come here and just sit on I got a nice face. I wish somebody would just come over here and just bend over backwards and just put it right there. Just put it there. Put it right there. And you sitting there looking in the mirror crying the blues. No one wants to be in that position when they can't get somebody. I don't know why the fuck I was talking about that. I don't know where I was going. But fuck it. Somebody need to hear it. Need some light around this bitch. Let me see. Let me take a few of these books and so I can prop up this badass candle my lady made. You dig? I let it get a little shine. Get some power. Put some attention around that bitch. Motherfucker, let me put that light on you niggas. Because these are for those who are looking to grow their own fucking wings and jump off the fucking tree. I want to see those who are looking to make that leap off the tree and go to other branches and shit. And not just happy with the tree that they grew up on. You understand what I'm saying? Looking for explorers. Because I'm looking to unfold along with your monkey ass. I'm looking forward to hearing some shit that I can get some shit from. You dig? So when I get this shit together and get all the pricing and all that shit together, I'm going to put it out there and we going to get to work. We going to see if you're really about that life. Or does Black Lives Matter? You understand what I'm saying? You decide, nigga. You decide. You decide. Because one thing I promise you is this. You hit me up and you sincere about figuring this shit out, we will figure out a way for you. That's gonna happen. If you're sincere about it, we will find a way. I promise you that. And that shit simmers right below the surface. We may not even have to dig that deep. And if we become friends afterwards, fine. But I'm not in it for that. I like my life like this, quiet. You understand what I'm saying? I don't need my phone blowing the fuck up. I don't want that shit. You understand what I'm saying? I'll take what I need to take. But I'm not in this to accumulate friends. I have friends. You dig what I'm saying? But we will help your monkey ass. Because you have it in you to seek this. Whatever that's in you that's seeking this, it is begging to get out. It's begging to get out. And it's begging and it's showing you that it's begging to get out based on you not being satisfied with your current human condition. And when I say your current human condition, I'm not talking about you being fucking broke. But recognize that you being broke is just a result of your fucking condition. Don't look at it just zeros and dollars and cents. Just look at it as a result of your condition. So you can begin to look for ways to escape from this condition, or at least remove how it affects you emotionally. That blocks your ability to actually transform and get some self-realization. Excuse me, get some enlightenment about yourself. You dig what I'm saying? Because I promise you, once you begin to remove these things that affect you emotionally, that harbor over you, this idea that you have to leave a legacy, you understand what I'm saying? This idea that you have to leave an inheritance, these things that become extremely daunting to you, you understand what I'm saying? That it becomes this forefront of like duty in your life. You know, it's very small, man. I'm telling you, man, it's very small. And I know you love little Billy. I know you love Billy. I know you love him. I know you love him. I know you love Sally. But these are for those who are looking at their own children and recognizing, like, I remember how my parents mind controlled me. I can see how that affected me. And I recognize that my children, for whatever reason they've chosen to come through me, that they have their own path. And I'm just here to help guide that shit. I'm not gonna sit here and allow myself to be emotionally invested by what this motherfucker do. My daughter, I have no interest in trying to control how she lives her life. She's 7. She's 7. Well, she'll be 7 in September. You understand what I'm saying? However she decides to live her life, so be it. If she wants to tie an apple around her pinky and gallop along the streets of Sacramento, fuck it. I will send her orchards as often as she likes. Because as much as I love my daughter, she is not more important than my own realization and my own enlightenment. And that's just the motherfucking realness of it. That's just a fact. I have no interest in trying to indoctrinate her in how I believe she should be. I'm just here to help cultivate what she is and allow her to make her own decisions. I will arm her in the best way that I can, but I will only arm her based on what she comes to me with. And I will lace her when I can, but I'm not here to try to convince her of shit, which frees my heart. You understand what I'm saying? It frees my heart up. Because if I'm concerned about what career path she's going to take, if I'm concerned about investing all this hope in what she could become, and then she don't meet that shit because she want to do something else, like be a motherfucking a professional karaoke singer. You understand what I'm saying? All of a sudden I'm all fucked up because I thought she should have went to Harvard or whatever the fuck. I'm not interested. I'm not interested in that shit. I'm only interested in my own realization and assisting others who are seeking that for themselves. And we're going to get it done. And we're going to get it done in a massive way. It's going to be a beautiful thing. It's going to be a beautiful thing. Once you begin to realize that your way is the best way, that your way is the hot way, the hottest shit that you can possibly motherfucking do, you're on your way. Once you begin to see yourself as the hottest shit, or seeking what that is in you, seeking what that is in you, you dig what I'm saying? That makes you that hot shit. You understand what I'm saying? And not just, you know what I'm saying? And not just shit that you could stun on a nigga with because you happen to have an education or you happen to build a business and you make more money than a nigga. That's very small. You understand what I'm saying? What about that, just that innate greatness that you have in you? You understand what I'm saying? What about that? There's a lot of dumb motherfuckers who make money. A lot. A lot of dumb motherfuckers who make money. A lot. So obviously that's not the standard. Let's think a little bit more uppity. Let's be a little bit more spiritual uppity. You understand what I'm saying? Be a bit more uppity about this shit. Begin to be more interested in challenging yourself. Begin to challenge yourself, baby. Begin to truly begin to see yourself in real power. You dig? Real power. Real control. Real control, you dig? Real power, real manifestation. Being interested in the bigger picture. Not being interested in not interested in restructuring the economic plan in the sense of like it has to be redone in order to appease your current situation. What I'm saying is that when you begin to get into your higher self, it wouldn't even fucking matter how they structure it. It wouldn't even motherfucking matter because you would thrive anyway. Once you begin to get into yourself, begin to value what that means to probe self, there'd be nothing that they can do, nothing that they can create that you can't fucking pimp. Everything will be in your favor. So you don't have to recreate the economic plan. The economic plan is already created. All you have to do is get in your right mind and stop worrying about how other motherfuckers do it, and do it yourself to the best of your ability, and have a little bit of integrity and pride in your shit. Put some quality and time into your shit. If you're gonna create something, if you're gonna build something, you dig what I'm saying? Put some real quality in your shit. You will always be a polyester nigga if you can't see yourself in mink. You understand what I'm saying? You will always be in Bugle Boy. You'll be wearing Bugle Boy forever. As long as you have a Bugle Boy outlook on your life. If you see your humanity as the ceiling, as your ceiling. Damn, it got dark out this bitch. Well, let me see if I can spruce it up out this bitch. Thank you, baby. Right around this bitch. I've been sitting here testing how I just sitting here talking shit. I haven't been reading the comments. What the fuck is up? I bet you I ain't talking about shit. I bet you. I bet you. I dare you. I dare you to talk some shit. I double dog dare you. I bet y'all know where that's from. I double dog dare you. What movie that's from? I double dog dare you to talk some shit. So are you ready to rumble? You dig what I'm saying? Are you a player, or are you just a fucking pawn? I thought question of they, are you a player? I consider myself a player. I consider myself a true player. I like to handle the rock. Fuck that. Fuck watching it. You understand what I'm saying? I like to be out there getting busy, you dig? I'm not satisfied. I'm not satisfied. Let me read. Ha yeah, straight Panda Christmas story. Yep, that's it. You poke your eye out. Used to watch that shit in school, boy. I used to love that fucking movie. I used to love that shit. Bree Hall. What you drinking? Oh, I'm drinking Martinelli's apple juice mixed with Tito's. And boy, oh boy, I'm there. I'm there. I know y'all see my eyes red to the motherfucker. Boy, alcohol, boy. I just started. I just started fucking with this shit. I like it. I like it. I feel like Aladdin every time I drink this shit. A whole new world, a new fantastic point of view. No one can tell us no or where to go. Well, when I take a sip, I take a dip, I'll be right there. I don't know where I put my split. Oh, my bad, baby. No, no. Oh, my bad. My bad. I thought I put, as long as I know it's safe. As long as I know, no. As long as the split is safe, as long as I can see it. Yeah, I need to rope another. But I'm just saying, as long as I can see that it's safe, because I just, because I could have, I'm high, so it could have rolled off the table, and I could have stepped on it. You understand what I'm saying? I could have fucked it up. But you're smoking it, so I know it's safe. All right. I know we good. I know we good. I know we good. You need to ask yourself, baby, what does it mean to be a player in the game? What I gotta do to be a player? One of the first things you want to learn, one of the first things you want to get into, you understand what I'm saying? You want to begin to question shit. Start to question shit that affects you emotionally. Start to question it. Don't be stuck on feeling sorry for yourself for how things affect you emotionally. Just begin to recognize it. Because you have to understand that the way you feel isn't the end all to be all. It is just a moment in time. You have to recognize if you are hurt, that means that you can be not hurt. You understand what I'm saying? You have to be able to see yourself on the healing side of things. You understand what I'm saying? Hold on, I'll be right back, y'all. Let me check my door. Give me 1 second. Oh, damn. Motherfucking pizza man. God damn it. Goddamn pizza man. Shit. Motherfucker. I'm so high, I forgot we ordered pizza. I forgot. Nigga, I forgot. Nigga, I went to the mall today. And it it was just so fucking like dead. I was hoping to see some badass bitches. There was a few in there. There's a few badass bitches in there. But other than that, the stores was dry. The energy was dry. I tried to go into American Outfitters. They asked for my mask. I said, fuck that shit. This is just me. This is just me. Me personally, I don't fuck with places that require a mask. That's just me. Because I don't wear a mask. I haven't worn one. I don't care to wear one. I don't give a fuck. I just don't think I don't feel comfortable wearing a mask. That's just my honest, sincere feeling of the shit. I don't feel comfortable. I can't put the shit on. It makes me feel stupid. Or I imagine myself looking stupid with it on. I look stupid with the mask on. So I can't fuck with it. I can't. So if you're a store or a retail store that requires a mask, then fuck it. I just won't fuck with you. I don't give a fuck. I'll order online. Fuck it. I don't give a fuck. I like to go out so I can see shit. Cause fuck it. Get out the house sometimes. Shit. Yeah, the mall was dry as fuck. The mall used to be fucking lit, nigga. I'm not saying everything has to go back to normal, but we can keep some shit. Some shit they got right. They got some shit right. You understand what I'm saying? They got shit right like restaurants. They got that right. You can return that shit back to normal. You understand what I'm saying? No one really gives a fuck. Give us the restaurants back. We'll take that. Yeah, we missed that, nigga. We missed the restaurants. We miss being able to go and sit down and get us some good meals. We miss that shit. We miss sitting down. We miss being around our other people. You know, it's fun. Eating and chilling with your lady or your mate, whatever the fuck you doing with your friends. Yeah, I like that part of the game. We can keep that part. We can keep that part. A lot of this other shit they can keep. Like traffic, they can keep that shit. Fuck traffic. They can keep that shit. It don't really affect me, but they can keep it. They can definitely keep it. Like they need to open like shit back up. Like people are like, it's like man, like excuse me, y'all, like yo, like going like out in public. Ooh, it's so fucking weird. It's so weird. People act so weird, man. It's not the same. It's weird as fuck. It's like, ooh, you understand what I'm saying? It's not the same. Oh, nigga, they did a number. They did a number with this mask shit. Motherfuckers is not interacting the same. The shit is looked at as taboo to interact like you used to. Me and my lady, we be walking around with no mask. It's not even, we're not trying to do shit, but just be comfortable. Motherfuckers be looking at us like, it'd be like 85% of the grocery store would be like masked up. Mask up, nigga. Everywhere we go, man, I see that shit everywhere. That shit's fucking amazing. I like the fact that they that not wearing a mask is not the norm is amazing. They look at you like you crazy, like you kind of like you ain't got no mask on, nigga, huh? It's weird. I only go out when I have to. I go out when I feel like it, when it's necessary, when I gotta handle some business. When I gotta handle that business, oh, it's a cat. So we got so at our new place, um, there's been like 2 to 3 cats that have quickly made themselves at home at this bitch. So we keep them fed, and we have an agreement and understanding. We keep your motherfucking ass fed. Just just make sure you keep sending down those those messages, nigga, and don't fuck up. Send us that shit. I got an amazing tree in my backyard. His name is C5. That motherfucker told me, he said, "Oh, my name's C5." I said, "Damn, nigga, that's a player." Tree came through. I said, "Oh, nigga, my name's C5." I said, "Oh shit, nigga." That nigga told me how they travel. The tree told me how they get down. You understand what I'm saying? He said what the tree told me. He said what you see as a tree, nigga, that's just a housing place. He said spiritually we travel all around the world. We talk to each other. We know each other all around the fucking globe. I said, damn, that's fly. I said, that's some fly shit. Them motherfuckers communicate. Them motherfuckers have a worldwide communication network going. Worldwide connection going. All you gotta do is find a tree that you just kind of connect with. If you happen to have one in your yard, take you some bacon, nigga. They like bacon, or like some pork chop, or some type of pork fat, and sit that shit by the tree. Give it that energy. The motherfuckers will fuck with you. Put an aura around your home, protect you, give you a little bit of insight or some shit. The motherfuckers told me how I travel. Motherfuckers say I'm only here when I'm chilling. Other than that, I'm spiritual. I'm all around this bitch, doing whatever. I said, damn, nigga, that's fly. the straight Panthers. You see they like liquor too. Oh, yours like liquor? Okay, word, word. Pour a little bit of that 150 proof on that ass. Pour a little 150 proof on that ass. Watch that tree begin to percolate and a trickleate. Are you a player or are you a motherfucker that's worried about shit that just keeps you locked in? All in all in people's Kool-Aid, investing into gossip. You understand what I'm saying? You ain't ready to challenge yourself. You're ready to challenge yourself. You start to see that you on some bullshit, baby. I realized I was on bullshit quick when I began to look at my monkey ass. I started to see I had a tail just like everybody else. I was a monkey. Yeah, I sure was. Goofy ass. Certainly was. Had a lot of bullshit I had to get over. A lot of bullshit, baby. Boy, I thought I could just have bitches, and I thought they was just supposed to just fall in line. You understand what I'm saying? Just fall in line. In a sense of don't do as I do. You understand what I'm saying? There's just all these false perceptions that you deem important. You create these principles for yourself. One of the worst conditions you can be in. Fuck what a religion can do. Fuck what a religion can do. But imagine being totally indoctrinated by your own principles that's based on false morality. You understand what I'm saying? Like you have built this self principle, this self law of creed that you live by that's based on this false idea of morality. A man doesn't do this. A man doesn't act like this. I'm a real man. A real man doesn't do this. A man, you got to be a man before you anything. You got to be a man. I'm a man. I'm a man's man. You understand what I'm saying? Them niggas. I got man code. Now, granted, there are certain things in man code that is necessary you adhere to. You understand what I'm saying? Which I ain't got to go into detail because niggas, we know. We know what to fucking do. You understand what I'm saying? So that's nothing. That's not really nothing. You understand what I'm saying? I'm talking about like this chauvinistic attitude. You understand what I'm saying? By the fact that just because you a man, that you hereby are entitled to certain shit. You understand what I'm saying? That sort of thinking can will lock your ass down. Me personally, it's hard for me how this is just me personally. I'm just gonna say that. It's hard for me to understand how a person can be truly into a personal enlightenment, really sincerely, and they are some sort of male like misogynist or chauvinist. You understand what I'm saying? I don't see how you can connect with it. I don't know how you can really like balance yourself that way. To each his own. It's, anything is possible. I'm just saying, you know. And when I look at soulmate relationships, the ones that I've witnessed and like the one that I'm a part of, they kind of let each other rock. You understand what I'm saying? There ain't no cap in our shit. We let each other rock and roll. That's what I see. When I see a nigga who think he's just I'm the man and I run shit, that relationship seems to be a little bit rigid with all these bullshit ass rules. That's what I'm seeing, nigga. I'm just saying, it's high levels of the game of this shit. The highest level of the game is to be totally free of that shit. That's the highest level of the game. That's the highest level of the game. I have totally freed myself of this idea of how my woman is supposed to be. I don't even give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't even spend time. I don't even spend a moment pondering like what she should be for me. You understand what I'm saying? I just want her to be what she is for herself. So she can have whatever that is, so she can have her own realization, her own path. I don't give a fuck to distort that. You understand what I'm saying? So she recognized that in me. You know what I'm saying? She recognized that in me. She recognized that sincerity in me. And we just rock and roll. You understand what I'm saying? We rock and roll, baby. We ain't got no convention around this motherfucker. We rock and roll. We play jazz around this bitch. You dig what I'm saying? We ain't got no one way of looking at shit. We ain't got no one way of looking at shit. We look at shit however, whatever, My house is so peaceful. It's so fucking peaceful. Anything less is uncivilized. To that. Niggas look at my face and forget I'm 35. Nigga, I grew up in that shit, nigga, watching Sir Charles, nigga, in the 90s. Dunk on niggas. And looking at those commercials, like, damn, that's Charles Barkley being a little boy. That's Charles Barkley. That's Sir Charles. Nigga playing Charles Barkley put up and shut up on Sega Genesis, nigga. The fuck y'all old school niggas know about that? My old school gamers. Where my old school gamers at, nigga? We was playing that put up and what it was called, shut up and play. It was called some shit like that by Charles Barkley. And of course, he was the best player in the game. That nigga was unstoppable. That nigga was shooting threes, dunking, mid range. That nigga can do it all. You know what I'm saying? Using Charles Barkley was like cheating, nigga. Charles Barkley shut up and play. I played all the hot basketball games. Nigga, you name the hot basketball games, nigga, in the 90s, I played it. Nigga, I played them shits, nigga. That was my life. Nigga, I played, the only one I didn't really play, I didn't play Lakers versus Celtics. I didn't play that. That came out in 1990. That came out in 1990 by EA Sports. That came out in 1990. But nigga, Bulls versus Lakers? Your boy was playing that, nigga. Your boy was playing that Bulls versus Lakers, nigga, on the Super Nintendo, nigga, and Sega. Your boy was playing that shit when it was hot. Nigga, that shit was great. What great fun. Playing them sorry-ass graphics. But to us, the graphics was great. We didn't know no better. We used our imagination when we used the players. And what EA did, which was wonderful, was really help the child's imagination, is that all the star players had signature moves. So I remember Michael Jordan had the air reverse. Ooh. Mike was so sweet. Because Mike could do all kind of shit on there. You had Clyde Drexler, he can take up from the free throw line. You had Charles Barkley, he had the Monster Jam. You understand what I'm saying? Nigga, I'm going way back. Larry Bird had the fadeaway jumper. You dig what I'm saying? Tim Hardaway had the UTEP two-step, whatever that shit was, the two-step UTEP, whatever that shit was called back then. And he was playing for the Warriors. So man, I grew up in that era. You know what I'm saying? Video games was the shit when I was a kid. Kept niggas out the streets. Kept some niggas out the streets. Playing all that hot shit. Street Fighter. Nigga, Street Fighter never got old when I was a kid. We loved that shit. Trying to figure out new moves and combos, nigga, we spent hours trying to master that shit. Who can be the best? You know what I'm saying? All that shit was great. And I still fuck with that shit to this day. Like it's like going back in time. It's nothing for me to just step into that shit and fuck with it. Like now, I would say in the last 3 years, really, 2 years, I haven't been playing video games as much. Like I probably at this point, I'll probably play maybe about within a month's time. I'll probably get about 3 or 4 hours in a month's time. I used to be one of them niggas who played from sun up to sundown. You understand? Like I've been through that shit, nigga. Like I'm over video games. Like it's got to be something spectacular for me to fuck with it. It's got to be like out of this world for me to fuck with it now. Like I'm over it. Like oh fuck, nigga. We're talking decades of playing from sun up to sundown. Sun up to sundown, nigga. Ooh, shit. The shit only got worse once online came out. The shit got worse. It's like fucking heroin. That online shit, playing video games online, nigga. Oh, nigga, the emotions I invested in that shit. The way I would throw my controller across the room, kick my system, slam my TV, cuss, scream, just fucking lose it on the video game. Like, just fucking lose it. No emotional control whatsoever. Petulant child. And I'm a grown man. You understand what I'm saying? Petulant when I was playing video games. Angry when I lost. Oh, I couldn't take it. Angry, searing with anger. Ready to fuck a motherfucker up because I lost in the video game. Ooh. Nigga, you just don't know, nigga. Nigga, when you put your heart and soul in this shit and you fucking lose, you just like, oh, fuck. Nigga, ooh. Letting that go is a nice load. Letting it go is a nice load, boy. Letting that video game shit go. Not saying that you can't play. I'm saying like divorcing yourself of how it makes you feel when you lose, when it don't go your way. Just laugh at it. You know that you can cuss the shit out and say, oh fuck, damn, that shit fucked up. But then you just move on. You can't let it fuck you up. Cause my nigga, that shit'll fuck you up and how you looking silly in front of your lady. How you looking silly in front of your lady? Your lady be looking at you like, oh my God, is this a fucking game? Like how many times have your lady said that? How many times have your lady was like, oh baby, it's just a fucking game. And it just makes you more angry because you see yourself as this little boy. You be like, oh, she's fucking right. And that makes you more angry. You be ready to cuss her out. Because she's right. She's right. Nigga, she's right. Nigga. She's fucking right. You look like a little boy. Getting angry at the game. Nigga, you 27. Ah. You 27 looking like her 9-year-old son. Both of y'all are two peas in a pod. Both of y'all are two peas in a pod. She be looking at you like you fucking silly, nigga. I've looked silly many a times in front of my lady. Many a times in front of my lady. On the fucking game. On the game, nigga. Fucking around on that game. Trying to win. Want things to go so perfect. Boy. I don't know where the fuck I was going with that. But nigga, I already know, nigga. That shit'll fuck you up. Sneakers. Sneakers will fuck you up if you let it. If you let it. Sneakers will fuck you up. Them J's come out, nigga, and you can't get them shits. Them J's, nigga. You can't let that shit fuck you up, man. You gotta be like, it's just fucking sneakers. Fuck them. I can get them anytime. Just tell yourself, I get them whenever. Fuck it. I might get them later. You know. Don't stop taking shit as loss all the time. Stop looking at shit as a win. Say, well, fuck it, I can keep my money. Stop looking at it that way. A part of getting on your path is being able to see the bright side of things. If your path is always dark and dreary, then you can easily, you know what I'm saying, rear off from time to time or become discouraged. Start to become a bit more optimistic about yourself. You understand what I'm saying? Start to laugh at yourself like, man, I'm a funny nigga. Say, fuck it, man, I'm just a funny nigga. Fuck it. Fuck it. Some niggas get me, some niggas don't. Fuck it. I'm just a funny nigga. Fuck it. Begin to accept yourself. Say, fuck it. You understand what I'm saying? Fuck it. You can't begin to allow that freedom for your soulmate until you begin to truly accept yourself. Until you begin to truly accept yourself. You have to begin to accept yourself and all your flaws and your bullshit. So you can begin to accept that in your soulmate. And then there's a level of there is a such a beautiful freedom that comes with that. It's a beautiful freedom that comes with that. And it resonates to the children. The children see it. You don't even have to say nothing. The children see it. You know? Begin to like look at some of your weird thoughts for yourself and just for yourself. And just be like, it's cool that I can imagine something so fucking weird. Like, how the fuck can I imagine this shit? Damn, I'm a sicko. I'm a real sicko. You know what I'm saying? Go crazy with yourself. Go crazy with yourself, bitch. Shit. Go in with yourself. Because as long as you're doing that and you're creating your own rules, that is necessarily like it's these when I say these rules are just not so much as like like a list of shit, but just more so of being in the habit of just going your own way and trusting yourself. Just trust yourself. Trust that you know what the fuck you're doing. Know that you got it. Know that you got it. These are the steps that will be taken. You dig what I'm saying? These are the steps that will be taken that we will go through. You understand? When we have these conversations, when I start these consultation shits, I'm gonna be talking to you niggas, and you gonna be telling me why you like honey dripped on your elbow down to your ankles. I'm just gonna be like, oh God, I'm gonna have to listen to that shit. But no worries, we will get to the bottom of it. We'll get to the bottom of it. Get to the point where you're ready to fly and begin to do some new shit. I'm gonna have patience with you niggas. I'm gonna have some patience. I'm gonna have some love and care, some love and care. Get you on your journey, man. Get you on your journey, and then when you start, then you know, it's time to start. You start, you know when it's time to put your big boy drawers on and start diving deeper into deeper understandings. You dig what I'm saying? You start seeking the panics. You understand what I'm saying? You will have to know what he knows, or at least begin to study and probe what he knows. You understand what I'm saying? You will have a hunger for that. You will have a hunger for what Bobby has to say, not just for the entertainment of it, but just you would really actually want to know what the fuck he's talking about. You wouldn't be just satisfied with the jokes. You understand what I'm saying? When he says something that eludes you, it would say something to you like, "I'm not satisfied with not knowing." You understand what I'm saying? That's the path that you want to lead. That's where you want to go. You want to always continue to go up. Always, always go up in your spirituality. Everything else will take care of itself, and it will be fucking miraculous. I quit my six-figure paying job April 1st of this year. Just been chilling ever since. I don't sit and think about how bills are going to get paid. They just do. I don't sit and think about what I'm going to do for money. I don't think about it. I don't sit here and fret about it. I just know that as long as I continue to invest in my own knowing and own understanding, that it would automatically, as a result, take care of itself. Because I'm storing up my treasures in heaven, so to speak. You understand what I'm saying? Understanding that this reality is a reflection of something that is going on in your subconscious mind. Once you begin to invest and put jewels, you understand what I'm saying? Once you actually begin to like start to, like invest, and that's what those jewels and treasures are, is you investing in yourself and seeking knowledge and understanding for self realization. You start doing that shit, those are the treasures that you're storing up, and as a result of that, you will be chilling. I promise you, you'll be chilling. You'll be like, damn, I don't know how I'm chilling. You don't know how I'm smoking good weed every day. You don't know how I always got my liquor. You don't know how always my lights is always fucking on. You don't know how I'm always, you know, whatever the fuck, eating good. You like damn, I can actually live a life I want, and it's not built on this idea of extraordinary extravagance. You start to become more interested in what peace is for yourself. Just being peaceful. Peaceful is like dude, man, fuck, I'm in heaven, nigga. I'm in as close as heaven as I can get. The only thing it can do is go up, nigga. It's going up. My lady's so cool, nigga. Nigga, Nigga. Oh man. Like you can't like fellas, you would never really know your lady. Like it'd be hard to really know her until you allow her to be free. You would never really know her. You would never know her. As long as you always trying to indoctrinate her with your bullshit, you would never know her. You would never know her. You would never know her. As long as you are in her way, you would never know her. You would just be a nigga just wishing, fantasizing what you could do. You dig? You gotta get out your own way, baby. And out your own way is that false way, that old way of thinking, that old way of thinking that hasn't been working. You gotta get it out of that way. You gotta get that shit out the way. That's old hat. If it was working, then motherfucker, what the fuck we talking about, man? You understand what I'm saying? If that's what it is for you, then that's what it is for you. Be happy. I'm trying to elevate in this shit. And when I mean elevate, I mean spiritually. You understand what I'm saying? I'm trying to keep going up. I'm trying to go up, baby. You dig what I'm saying? And as a result of that, my life is this shit is nice. Shit is nice. You dig what I'm saying? Shit is nice. So, that's what I'm looking forward to that. So once I get it together, once I begin to get an idea as to how I want to approach this and to do it properly. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not gonna waste the motherfucker's time. I'm not gonna. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. The goal is transformation. Transformation is the goal. You dig what I'm saying? Transformation is the goal, and helping you get that and realizing that for yourself. Realizing it for yourself, not my idea or anybody else fucking idea, but you finding the true value of what it means to have that for yourself, of understanding the real value of what it means to have your own idea of your own path, your own idea of it, not nobody else's. Yours is the best. The idea is to get in the habit of having that mindset that yours is the best. You dig? Become the player. Become the player. And becoming the player is only becoming who and what you are anyway. So once you become the player, that's when you start to really begin to understand how you're gonna play the game. I realized for me, through painstaking self-analysis, day after day, month after month, year after year, for the past 4 years. You understand what I'm saying? Mistake after mistake, trial and error, but being sincere about having self-realization, being sincere about this shit. You understand what I'm saying? Being sincere. Did I finally become to understand just by having just basic natural conversations with individuals and them just relaying to me how I affected them in a certain way, just based on conversation. I started to realize that I had a capacity of conveying this shit on a very basic, fundamental level, to a point to where, you know what I'm saying, they can get to a point to where they begin to take those steps. Take those steps. I have a way to convey the shit on that level. You know what I'm saying? Like like I imagine I'd have been able to talk to me, you understand what I'm saying, at the beginning of my consciousness. You understand? Of course, hindsight is always 2020 because, we go through these steps. But what I'm saying is that just how your father, can build an empire just so that you don't have to go through the steps that he went through in order to accomplish that empire. The empire is already built. There are actually ways that you can show an individual how to not necessarily inherit it, but you can give them ways that as how they can achieve it and they can bypass a lot of the shortcomings that you had. You understand what I'm saying? So if they're sincere about what you're saying, they can actually, you know what I'm saying, they'll start to realize that the work is already done. I started to see that the more I listened to Brother Panic lectures, the more I listened to Bobby Hemmett, Phil Valentine, you understand what I'm saying? And an assortment of others. You know what I'm saying? I started to realize, like, oh my goodness, like, I started to really appreciate the work that they was putting in. I started to really think about, if they are putting on this lecture, what people aren't really seeing is the work that goes into these 8-hour lectures that they put on. I started to really respect these 6-hour long lectures, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 long hour lectures. I'm like, oh my goodness, what work had to be put into place in order for this shit to happen? You understand what I'm saying? Like, amazing. And I started to realize how much I was benefiting from their work. I realized how many steps I was able to just pass over. I was skipping steps. I could see I was skipping steps, like Super Mario. You understand what I'm saying? I was able to get straight to the meat of shit in a relative short amount of time, in my humble personal opinion. You understand what I'm saying? Based on the work that was put in by Brother Panic, by Bobby Hemmett, by Phil Valentine, Dr. Aline Bay, you know what I'm saying? The great, you understand what I'm saying? Wayne Chandler, you understand what I'm saying? Richard King, all of them. You can go on and on. On and on, you know what I'm saying? I always got some hot shit on. Always got some hot shit on. Nigga. I'm always got some hot shit on. Because I'm always looking to get that next realization, that next breakthrough. Because they all taste oh so saucy. The aha moment, she be like, ooh, nigga, this is so saucy. This is so saucy. You dig what I'm saying? Time to be the player. You know what I'm saying? Understand that the ball is in your court. The ball is in your court. Start dribbling. Start dribbling. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of you niggas, all y'all do is scheme and talk about how you gonna execute instead of just going on the court and just dribble and freestyle. You scared that motherfucker's gonna call traveling. You understand? You gotta be out there like hot sauce. You can't be out there like trying to play rules to like a recreation, like an organized game. Fuck that shit. Nigga, when you hit the basketball court, nigga, be skip to my loot, nigga. Be skip to my loot. You dig what I'm saying? Fuck that shit. No rules. When you hit the basketball court, hit a nigga off the head. Fuck it. Hit a nigga with a sauce 2K. Do all kind of weird shit on niggas. Because you're here to be unconventional. You're here to break the rules. You're here to break the rules. And by breaking the rules, and you're breaking the rules by creating your own rules. So the rules are going to be broken as a byproduct of that. Since you're creating your own rules, rules will be broken. You got to be willing to break rules for yourself. You understand what I'm saying? You got to become the hooper. You understand what I'm saying? Call your own motherfucking files. You know what I'm saying? Get ill out here, baby. Get ill. Try doing something different. Try going against the grain. Try some new shit. It's your rigid ass. Try some new shit. You always talking about shit that you can't get with. How about some shit that you can get with? Fuck. These niggas out here just like, man. Like, how you conscious and you stuck in your ways? God damn. How you conscious and you stuck in your ways? How? How you stuck in your ways? You're supposed to be a chaos being. You're supposed to be a chaos being. You're supposed to be like, let them have their princely robes. Let them have it. That's your mentality. That's my mentality when it comes to everybody. I have no opinion on how a motherfucker lives. You understand what I'm saying? It doesn't, and when I say it, I mean in the sense of it doesn't affect me emotionally. You know, I'm not stuck on how people live. I'm not stuck on it. Doesn't affect me in that way. You understand what I'm saying? I don't care to preach about it, to make posts on Facebook about it. Trying to teach motherfuckers how to put their tennis shoes on. You understand what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck. Like, damn. Shit, man. Like I like man, like what do I like to get my emotions to? Like shit. Fuck. I like that. I guess I mean shit. When I'm showing forms of affection to my lady, my loved ones, and nigga, that's damn near about it. And compassion for myself, and compassion for others. You know what I'm saying? I have compassion. That's what my humanity. I mean, that's like where it goes. That's about the length of where it goes. I can recognize the ignorant and I have compassion for the ignorant. But I'm not emotionally invested in this shit. Hell no. I am not. You understand what I'm saying? I am not one of them niggas. Sorry. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. I have no opinion about Black Lives Matter. I have no opinion. I don't know shit about it. I don't even give a fuck. I don't care to have an opinion about it. I don't care to sit down and study and research it just so I can formulate an opinion about some shit that don't even fucking matter. It don't even matter. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying? In the grand scheme of things, on a small scheme of things, you understand what I'm saying? I find other things more interesting. Like you know what I'm saying, like watching, like fucking video game playthroughs and shit. I like watching motherfuckers cuss the game out now. That's one of my favorite hobbies. I like to watch video game playthroughs of motherfuckers cuss the video game out, angry. You know what I'm saying? One of the motherfuckers who have like what the like when you look at the background, they have like all the video game memorabilia and statues. They sit in like a gaming chair. They have like this nice, beautiful setup and shit. You understand what I'm saying? I be watching them motherfuckers and shit. And watch and I watch just how much they're into that shit. Like I study a lot of shit. Like I've watched documentaries on subjects that you would probably be like, what the fuck? Because I'm interested in knowing how a person I just like witnessing seeing how people can just invest so much in shit. You know, like I watch documentaries on bodybuilders, an assortment of them. Like, oh my god, like man, these motherfuckers is obsessed with like symmetry. You know what I'm saying? Like they're obsessed with their body in a way that's just like you'd be like, oh, how would you want to be a slave to that? You know, you know. Like I've studied so much shit. You know, so much shit. So many sports and different crafts. You know, like I'm interested in seeing people. You know, like learning like their methodologies of how and why they do things. You know, what makes them tick. You know, like why are they great? I like to know that. Like if you study a nigga like Barry Bonds, like Barry Bonds is a fascinating character. You know what I'm saying? It's a very fascinating character. And how he plays the game, how he approached the game. You know, he's acknowledged by many as the greatest baseball player that's ever played the game. You know, 7-time MVP, all-time leader in home runs, walks. He has so many fucking records. It's stupid. The thing to me that's most impressive about Barry Bonds, outside of his physical feats, was his patience at the plate. Like he was the most feared hitter like in Major League Baseball history. A nigga, you know, which I guess is not really a surprise. But he was so feared at that plate. He was so intimidating. They said he would only see maybe one or two pitches a night, maybe one or two pitches a night that he could maybe hit. That's how feared he was. Pitchers did not give this nigga a chance. But he was so disciplined, so patient. When you made a mistake, Barry Bonds made you motherfucking pay. It is beautiful to watch. Like when you watch his home run highlights, like you can see when he slapped that shit out the fucking park, you can just see him thinking like, nigga, get that shit out here. Like get that motherfucking shit out this motherfucking park. How dare you throw me a strike, nigga? I'm Barry Bonds. Who the fuck you think you are? Slap. And that's how he act too. Oh, Barry Bonds, that's what I like about it. He was very niggery by how he approached the plate. That motherfucker sit that nigga shrivel his shoulders and shit. That nigga make a mistake. That nigga slap. And he got swag too. That nigga sit there, he'll watch every inch of the ball leave before he get to first base. Cause he's an asshole that way. That nigga sit there, Barry Bonds from that, he left hand to the what? That nigga sit there, that nigga was watching the ball just sail out the park. Oh, he's so disrespectful. That's what I like about him. He's very disrespectful. Barry Bonds is so disrespectful. He don't give a shit. He just watched the ball leave the park. He just admires his work, like Jakob. And he just be like, yeah, nigga, get that bullshit. Nigga, I don't know what you was pitching, nigga. I don't know what you thought. But nigga, get that bullshit about this park. And that's why white people, that's why the media, that's why he's not in the Hall of Fame. That's why he's not in the Hall of Fame. They hated him. They hated him because he would not conform to their idea of how they believed he should be. Barry Bonds didn't fuck with the media. He didn't play the game. But they couldn't deny his talent. They gave him 7 MVPs. He retired, I believe, in 2007. It's been 13 years and he's still not in the Hall of Fame. Think about that. How can you vote a nigga 7-time MVP? You understand what I'm saying? How can you vote him that many times, 7-time MVP, and not vote him in the Hall of Fame? I think that's fucked up. I think that's kind of really ridiculous. But that's the way the game go, baby. If you don't play Barry Bonds, you don't play the game, you gotta play the game all the way, baby. That's a hard sacrifice. I understand. I couldn't get with that corporate shit. That corporate lifestyle, pretending to care. I couldn't do it, nigga. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. It was hard. I could not pretend to be down with that shit. Not even for the money. If it was more money than I ever made in my little life, and I couldn't get down with the game. I just couldn't get down. I couldn't balance that shit. I no longer could do it. I couldn't pretend. Couldn't. Oh. You know what I'm saying? Like the way they will hold these daily meetings and shit. Like you would think the world was gonna fucking end. We gotta get these sales. We really gotta dig deep. We really gotta make things happen. People say, oh, fuck. This shit is so unimportant. He be like, oh my God, I'm going fucking crazy in this bitch. That's how I felt. I got to a point where I was like, man, fuck the money. Fuck it. I'm gonna figure out something else, nigga. Fuck this shit. Fuck it. Fuck this. I can't do this shit no more, nigga. Going up, nigga. Oh. When I quit, nigga, I didn't get a haircut for like 8 weeks, nigga. Nigga, it was great, nigga. I was making bummy. Nigga, when I was going to work, nigga, I was one of them niggas that, nigga, I like to look fresh when I went to work, nigga. It was like my priority to make sure I kept my hair cut. So I try to look as fresh as possible. Nigga, that shit was daunting after a while, nigga. The more I got into my spirituality, that shit became less and less important. Oh, as soon as I quit, nigga, I just let my hair go. I said, fuck it. Nigga, I ain't give a fuck, nigga. My shit was looking fucked up. I think of my first few videos, nigga, you would see remnants of that shit, nigga. My hair was, woo. Nigga, I don't be giving a fuck, nigga. I get a haircut when I feel like it. I like being free right now. I just like being free. You know, I still get that itch of getting cut. Like, I got a haircut right now, you know what I'm saying? But I'm getting ready to do something different with my hair. I'm getting ready to do something different. I got an idea as to what I want to do. It's something I always wanted to do, but when you have that corporate mentality, you be wanting to conform to like this all American look. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to ruffle any feathers. You understand what I'm saying? You become a bitch. And you want to make sure that nothing gets in the way of a possible promotion. So you conform to this nice tidy haircut. You be real tidy. Very tidy. You understand what I'm saying? So, nigga, I like being free. I like it. They ain't gotta, nigga, wake up when I want. Woo! Wake up when I want, go to bed when I want, wake up when I want. There's no day of the week. Like, every day, nigga, is like Saturday, Friday. Every day is hump day. Like, I don't know. Nigga, it's all just like, I just be like, nigga, what I'm gonna do? I wake up, I be like, man, what the fuck I'm gonna do? Like, where I'm gonna go? Like, what trip do I want to take? Like, fuck. Like, damn. Fuck. I just be like, man, I just be content as being in the house. Look at the roach. I gotta roll up. I gotta roll up. Man, I just be want to kick it. That's it. I ain't got man shit. That's it, man. Yeah, that's just what it is. I just see my shit going up. I just see shit going up. That's how I see my shit. I don't see it going any other way. How could it? How could it? It's gonna go exactly how it's supposed to. I have no rules or convention of how my life is supposed to be. It's just going to be. It's going to reflect. It's going to reflect what's going on in me spiritually. You understand what I'm saying? I ain't got no fucking rules. In the classical sense of convention. You understand what I'm saying? I have manners. I mean, don't get it fucking twisted. Like I'm very courteous and very sweet. You understand what I'm saying? I'm a very nice person. Don't get it fucked up. You know. But like I don't give a fuck what you think. You understand what I'm saying? Don't get it twisted. You dig it? Like I don't give a fuck. You understand what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna do what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck. Hey, nigga, fuck no. In the sense of not saying that. See, there's a difference in the sense of like I'm not gonna allow your projection of what you think I should be to dictate what's in me. That's what I'm saying. Not There's a difference between that and actually being open minded to learning something. That's completely different. You know what I'm saying? That's a whole different level. That's a different realm. You know what I'm saying? But like as far as like a motherfucker trying to conform what they think I should be, oh nigga, wasting your hot breath. You can keep your hot breath. I prefer not to smell that stinky shit. You dig what I'm saying? I prefer not to smell that shit. You can keep your hot breath. Because I'm sure it's hot. I'm sure it's hot. Even when you have orbits, I'm sure it's still hot, nigga. Even with the orbits gum, don't be trying to put like 2, 3 pieces in it, nigga. It don't even fucking matter, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Keep your opinion to your motherfucking self. Because I like my life. My life works just fine. I think it's fucking beautiful. I'm free. I can do whatever the fuck I want. I don't see a need to fuck that up because you uncomfortable with your shit. I'm gonna do what I want to do. That fits me, and I will encourage you to do the same, whatever that is for you. I have no interest in propagating my opinion on how you should live your life. I think you should live it how you should live it. I just think you should understand how to let others live theirs. That's the fucking key. I think you should learn how to support others in how they live their lives rather than being judgmental and trying to project your life on them because you think your shit is the hot shit. And it might be the hot shit, but you need to recognize that it's the hot shit for you. It's the hot shit for you, nigga. And be happy with that. Shit. You dig what I'm saying? It's time to reinvest your emotions in some new shit. Like compassion for yourself. So you can have compassion for others. Let's just start there. That's where you should invest your emotions. You should reinvest your emotions in yourself. So you can have that same compassion you have for yourself, you can have that in others. You can free yourself. You become free of how that shit affects you. And you'll start to see your relationships with people just explore and expand in brand new ways. In ways that are unimaginable. A whole new world. A new fantastic point of view. No one can tell us no or where to go. That's how your ass gonna be thinking. Once you begin to let that shit go, you can actually get on that magic carpet ride. You'll be able to see yourself like, yeah, I can get on the magic carpet. I can do that. Yeah, I can do that. You won't be sitting here with these rigid ass rules of conventionality. You be actually be down with some shit. You be ready to get down with the get down, Jack. You ready to get down with the get down. You dig what I'm saying? That's what it's about, baby. Are you ready to get down with yourself? Are you still afraid to be yourself? You understand what I'm saying? That's why my favorite, like when there's a group of female friends, the coolest friend is always the hoe. Because she's one of the only she's like the only one that's afraid to truly be herself. You understand what I'm saying? And 9 times out of 10, you know what I'm saying, when there's a group of female friends, what they've done is a lot of times is that they become settled within how they fit into their circle. They become settled in that. Instead of actually just being free to be themselves and not really giving a fuck about fitting in nobody's circle. You understand what I'm saying? Either they can get with you or they fucking can't. You know what I'm saying? That's the idea and the attitude you want to have for yourself. Either a motherfucker can get it or a motherfucker can't. If they can't, fuck them. They can kick motherfucking rocks, and they can kick cans on the beach. You understand what I'm saying? That's the attitude you want to have. Motherfuckers can kick cans on the beach, fucking with me. You understand what I'm saying? The rules. You don't want to just fit into your circle of friends. You want to be your own circle. You understand? You want to be your own world, and you want to create worlds with other people. You understand what I'm saying? Because as long as you fit into this role of convention with your friends, that means that you have to adhere to certain rules. That means that if you're really a hoe, but you've been acting like a prude because you want to fit in, because you think that's the best way to fit in, then it comes to find out that you like to have a little fun. Then all of a sudden you put yourself in this position to be judged by your circle of friends who are human, just like you, who don't know shit. They all playing the same game as you are, but they're playing their roles and they're not out of character like you. So since you are out of character, now they get to judge you. Can you handle that, hoe? You understand what I'm saying? Can you handle that? Can you handle being who you really are? Can you handle that? You understand what I'm saying? Can you handle not fitting in? You understand? You gotta be able to handle not fitting in. I don't give a fuck to fit in anymore. I had to let that go. I started to see how overbearing it was to deal with it emotionally. And I had to start going back and probing things like in my childhood to get to the root cause of how I allow certain things to affect me emotionally. So I can forgive myself. You understand what I'm saying? And then I can find that compassion in others. That I'm free of it. You dig what I'm saying? I become free. I become free. I realize that anything that I can see that's fucked up in a person, I can see that it's fucked up in me. I can see it. Oh, I can see it. I can see it. And that's the key. And that's the key. Since I can see it's fucked up in me, then I can see that it's fucked up in them, then I can see that it's all just a result of just this human shit and we all living it. You just playing this role. This role that you're playing now, it's gonna fuck up. That's just part of the game, baby. So you don't get caught up in it emotionally. Cause you're just like, all right, fuck, it's the game. Like when I'm playing Grand Theft Auto online now, When I be playing that shit and the motherfucker come up and just shoot me for no fucking reason, I remember how that used to fuck me up. Like, oh, you stupid motherfucker. Like I would lose it. And then I started to like realize it's just a fucking game. Yeah, it's just a game. Like I can only stand to play it now for maybe 30 minutes at a time. I'm like, I remember how I just loved it. Just loved it. Yeah, it's just a game. Yeah, it's just a fucking game. You know what I'm saying? It's a fucking video game. Why do I give a fuck if I lose or not? Who gives a fuck? It's a game. That's all. Yeah, it's just the game. It's a video game. Fuck it. My favorite basketball team lost. Shit. Well, them niggas lost. They the ones playing. I don't give a fuck. It's a game. Why do I give a fuck? It's a game. It's basketball. It is basketball. Why do I give a fuck? Why? Why do I give a fuck? Oh, she a hoe. You know what I'm saying? Look how she get down. Oh, or a nigga trying to label a bitch, or a bitch trying to label a bitch. Whatever the fuck, whatever your issue is. You understand what I'm saying? Oh, she this. Oh. You should question why you give a fuck. That's what you should do. You should question that. You should take accountability. You should question your own attempt to judge the shit. You should question it. Why you even judge it? Why you even give a fuck? Or why do you care to like? Why do you care to like? Like broadcast it. Who are you trying to convince? You know what I'm saying? The fuck you trying to convince? She's gonna do what the fuck she wants. He is going to do whatever the fuck he wants. You understand what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? Like when a woman gets with a certain type of dude, when she gets with a certain type of dude, she knows she has a type and she's attracted to a certain type of man. You understand what I'm saying? She's attracted to a certain type of man, and she knows that what comes with a certain man is going to be subject to certain shit, perhaps. You understand what I'm saying? Charismatic, handsome, whatever the fuck. You start to see certain things that perhaps that may be alluding to the fact that you're not the only one he's fucking with. Instead of accepting that or leaving him the fuck alone, you begin to improve. You begin to invest all these unnecessary emotions and shit. Same thing goes into a brother who gets with a woman who has a reputation, so to speak. Let's just say she's a stripper. Let's just say that. Let's just say she's a stripper. You get with a stripper and then you expect for her to get off the fucking pole. I think that's fucking stupid. You understand what I'm saying? I think that's fucking stupid. And I see and I can see how that locks people down mentally. People get so depressed within their relationships, they don't even give a fuck about spirituality or anything about knowing of self. They don't give a fuck about that shit. They don't give a fuck. That shit is of little importance. Their relationship is their world. So they can't see anything outside of that. And they will fight tooth and nail to maintain it. They will fight tooth and nail to maintain this world. They're trying to convince someone. They somehow it seems as if they're gonna fight and fight and fight to get a person to change for them. It's like this need. to get someone to change. I don't understand this sickness. It's a weird sickness, man. Having this need to get motherfuckers to change for you. That's ill. That's very, very ill. Instead of just accepting the person for who and what they are. In order to get there, you gotta accept yourself for who and what you are. You dig what I'm saying? You gotta accept the fact that you like motherfucking cheese it ate off your navel. Whatever the fuck it is. You gotta be able to find yourself you gotta be able to become cool to yourself. You gotta be a cool nigga to yourself, man. Be a cool bitch to yourself. Cool. Not worried about how other people are doing things. And become genuinely more concerned about how you are doing things, and are you happy with the results of the work that you're putting in with yourself. You have to be result oriented with yourself. If you still finding yourself to be emotionally affected the same way, and you still finding yourself reacting the same way, then you have to be able to look at yourself to see if this is satisfactory. Is this satisfactory? Are you strong enough to look at yourself that way? Is this satisfactory? Is me being a controlling prick satisfactory? Is that really the way to go? I need to probe and understand how being a controlling prick really affects me. I need to understand that. You should ask yourself that if you want to put on some big boy drawers, some big girl panties, you know, the ones with the lace, with the ass out, those big girl panties. We like those. Yes, we do. So that's what we're talking about here. Are you really willing to ask yourself those questions? You dig what I'm saying? I haven't been reading this shit. Let me scroll up. I know y'all tired of my motherfucking ass. Hold on, man. Alright, now I've been in this bitch for nearly 2.5 hours. Let me see what y'all niggas been talking about. I've been on here going in, nigga. Well, in my own little way. Because, nigga, I don't be knowing how the fuck these niggas. Like, Panic, Bobby, and Phil, them niggas. Delbert Blair and them niggas. 6-7 hours. I be like, God damn. Ooh. I be like, damn. Man, these niggas really be in the zone. Them niggas really can unfold like that. It's like sacred geometry. It's literally. You understand? It's like sacred geometry watching them niggas do that shit. Like, fuck, niggas 5 hours, nigga, fuck. It don't even be seeming like it. Them niggas just be flowing through that shit. I'm like, man, you know, you just aspire, and you admire, you know, and you study, you know, you study, man, because you want to know. You want to know that shit. You want to know so you can rumble in the jungle. If you in the jungle and you see a motherfucker skateboarding on vines and shit and swinging off vines, and your ass is sitting there watching, wouldn't you be thinking like, damn, I want to swing in the vines? Fuck, I want to swing in the vines. That's cool. That's how I look at it. You understand what I'm saying? I don't be trying to think of ways that I can throw a stick up there and trip them and stop them from styling. Like, nah, I think I'm gonna figure out how they styling, and then I'm gonna create my own style so I can get down. Cause I want to get down. I'm not a fucking flunky. I'm a player. You understand what I'm saying? I'm a player. Period. I refuse to play any other role. You dig what I'm saying? And that's what I want to see in you. sincerely is that you become the player. You become the player in this shit. You become the player in this shit. And I look forward. I look forward to having those unfolding consultations with people. I look forward to that shit. I'm gonna get that shit right so I can make sure that I do this shit right. I ain't gonna fuck around with this shit. I'm gonna do it right. I'm gonna make sure I do everything possible to ensure that I set it forth so we are getting the right results. You dig what I'm saying? Talking to motherfuckers who want to learn how to dribble behind the back, you dig? They just tired of doing that old school motherfucking Bob Cousy shit, that dribbling one hand shit low to the ground. Nah, motherfucker, you want to be like Curly Neal. You want to be like Nate Archibald. You want to be like Isaiah Thomas, nigga, Tim Hardaway, dancing and romancing on niggas like Kyrie. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you want to learn how to really get nice with this shit. You know, that's who the motherfuckers I wanna fuck with. You dig what I'm saying? I want to see a motherfucker trying to get nice like Kenny Anderson with this shit. Remember how Kenny Anderson fucked up that white boy, Bobby Hurley, and Duke? Nigga, whenever you get a chance, nigga, YouTube Kenny Anderson versus Bobby Hurley. Nigga, Kenny Anderson come up to court, niggas ain't never seen no shit like that before, nigga. It looks fundamental now because you see little 10-year-olds doing it because the game has evolved. Where children now handles are really nice now. The nigga back in 94, nigga Kenny Anderson came on the court, nigga. Bobby Hurley had never seen a nigga like Kenny, slick nigga. Kenny hit that nigga with a double crossover behind the back like yaka, yaka, and then finished on his ass. Nigga, that shit is classic, nigga. Classic. Changed the game. Changed the game. Those are little moments that, you know, that motherfuckers took that shit, looked at it, and then, you know, motherfuckers took it to the next level. Kenny Anderson, baby. Better do your research on that nigga. Nigga changed the game. That nigga got saucy. That nigga hit Bobby Hurley with that behind the back double. Yaka, yaka. That nigga Bobby Hurley said, "Ooh, shit, nigga, I've never seen a nigga do that before." That nigga Bobby didn't know what the fuck was up. Kenny Anderson hit that nigga with a double crossover. Yaka, yaka. Fucked his ass up. You know what I'm saying? That's what's in us. That's what's in us as niggas. We get down like that with that creative shit. Spontaneous. We always try to move shit forward. Always try to move shit forward, baby. And it's time to move forward. These are the times. These are the times. You know, the time of stagnation is gone. It's time to ease on down the road. Ease on down that road, baby. You dig? Ease on down that road. Stop being happy with just looking at the glamour of it. I know the golden road is pretty. So you build a house next to it and it looks nice, but that ain't it, baby. That ain't the end of the journey. Get on, let's get down. Let's get on down with your bad selves. Get on down. Let's get down with your bad selves. You think James Brown could be James Brown if he wasn't willing to get down with his bad self? He had to get down with his bad. When he was doing that mashed potatoes, how that nigga was slicking across the goddamn floor like that. Nigga, look up James Brown on the Ed O'Sullivan show. Look up James Brown on his first appearance. When that nigga go out there and say Papa got a brand new bag. Young nigga. There is no way he could do that. You understand what I'm saying? Unless he was confident. That nigga went out there first time on national television. One of the biggest shows in the country. Millions of motherfuckers watching. That motherfucker went up there like he owned. That nigga hit that shit. That nigga up there dancing with that slick ass shit, hitting the splits and shit. That nigga was ready. You dig what I'm saying? That nigga was ready. And I'm trying to teach you niggas how to get ready. You know what I'm saying? Get ready for your moment. That nigga didn't hesitate. Good man, I urge you. Go to James Brown and motherfucking put in James Brown, Ed O'Sullivan performance. Papa got a brand new bag. That nigga goes on that bitch and gets down. First show ever. That young punk goes in there and goes in. You want to see a master at work? Shit. Watch that performance by James Brown. That nigga on there doing that mashed potato, changing the fucking game. You understand what I'm saying? Ain't thinking about no rules or convention of how niggas get down. He's getting down how he's getting down, what he thinks is hot. You dig what I'm saying? Being creative. James Brown get on that stage, nigga hitting that nigga sliding across that damn floor, sliding and shit on one foot, fucking your mind up with that magical shit. Fucking your mind up. You know what I'm saying? Paving the way for Michael. You understand what I'm saying? Paving the way for Michael. If you never watched Michael Jackson dance and not get emotional about that shit, nigga, I don't know, nigga. Check your heart. Check your heart. You dig what I'm saying? Check your heart. Watch that nigga do that. Nigga, watch that nigga do that Billie Jean shit. Like, damn, you know you witnessing magic. You know you witnessing magic. You can see that everything he did from the point of him being a child, all the way going up being through Jackson 5 to the point of leaving Motown, going to Epic Records and becoming the Jacksons, and how the music matured, how they became producers and writing and shit like that, and how his game began to elevate, and how he started to see others, and how he started to study and to add things to himself. You understand what I'm saying? To the point to where he did motherfucking what's that? The Wiz. You understand what I'm saying? And made that connection with Quincy Jones. But even before he got that, he knew, he wrote a letter to himself. There is a documentary. I just got through watching it, man. It's called From Motown to Off the Wall. Basically, it's a documentary of Michael Jackson that chronicles his life as a child leading up to Off the Wall, and it shows you the significance of Off the Wall. It's a fantastic documentary on Michael Jackson. It shows a letter he written to himself in 1975 that he told himself, he was like, I'm going to be the biggest artist ever. He already knew this shit. He knew this shit 10 years before it happened. He knew it. He's like, I'm going to be the biggest artist ever. I'm going to be the greatest sensation ever. There would be none like me. They've never seen nothing like this before. Like, he wrote this shit to himself. He knew it. So he was prepared. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of times we don't see, all we see is the results. We don't see the work. We don't see the decision that he made to be that. So I'm interested in talking to those who are interested in making that decision to walk that path. Then they can start exposing themselves to some more advanced shit. You dig what I'm saying? You gotta be willing to make that decision. Michael Jackson made a decision to be what he ultimately became. He knew it. And then he was able to manifest that, you know what I'm saying, and bring it into reality. So Billie Jean, you know what I'm saying, it's just a result, it's just a culmination of that shit. You understand what I'm saying? When he was on Off the Wall, he didn't have like that jacket yet. He didn't have the glove yet. He didn't have the hat yet. You dig what I'm saying? He didn't have the socks yet or the shoes yet. You know what I'm saying? Off the Wall sold 8 million albums, I believe, in his first calendar year or his first fiscal year. It was a great album, and it was highly touted and great, and it was very successful. He was snubbed by the Grammys. You understand what I'm saying? Which was very controversial at the time, and that was one of the things that fueled Michael Jackson in order to create Thriller, because he didn't want to leave any doubt on the table that he deserved all those rewards and accolades. You know what I'm saying? That Off the Wall should have gotten. You dig what I'm saying? So when you look at Off the Wall and then he come in and he do Billie Jean on that Motown performance, you seen he was a whole new motherfucker, or he went to another level. You understand what I'm saying? That motherfucker went out there with that hat and them gloves, the shoes, the shiny socks and shit. I remember watching that shit as a child, being mesmerized by this motherfucker's creativity. Being mesmerized by his creativity. Michael Jackson, man, his creativity, I was mesmerized as a child. He really had a huge impact on my imagination. It was just so cool. It was just so cool, so original. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't a child in my family who didn't want to dance like that motherfucker. Want to move like him, sing like him. You understand what I'm saying? A true God incarnate. Badass motherfucker. Badass motherfucker. Boy, Michael Jackson, nigga. I remember just being in the hood, and nigga, it didn't matter, nigga. When the Michael Jackson video came on, it was a world premiere. Niggas in the hood, the hardcore gangsters. It didn't matter. Niggas went in the house just to check the video. I remember that in my neighborhood. You understand what I'm saying? Gangsters was like, oh, nigga, that's Mike. Fuck it. We like Mike. Mike got a pass. Mike got a gangster pass. Mike got a gangster pass. That nigga was a phenomenon. How he just got better with time, better with age. His dancing skills just got better with age. Like his prime was like in his late 30s when he hit his prime. Like physical dancing, like he was like, you know what I'm saying? What I'm saying? Like he was. It wasn't like he was a young punk in 88, 89. You understand what I'm saying? He was born in 58, I believe. He was born in 58, right? I'm not mistaken. So in 88, he'd have been 30. Oh, I guess he was still relatively young in 88. I digress. He was still young in 88. But I mean, he did a performance on MTV. He did like a medley performance on MTV. I believe it was like in like 90. I want to say it was like 98 or something like that. He was like a little bit up in age, but I remember him just being still like fantastic, even up there in age. You dig what I'm saying? So Mike, he was still like he was. I remember him being like innovative, even in the '90s. He was still innovative. Like as far as like dancing and performance is concerned, his music started to become stagnant. If I was to be frank, wasn't that it was bad or terrible? I don't know. I don't have an opinion on it, but I just know that he began to like kind of lose his, kind of lose his touch. You dig what I'm saying? As far as those hits, those big major hits he had in the '80s. You dig what I'm saying? You dig what I'm saying? So what y'all niggas talking about, man? About I guess I do a quick Q&A about until I hit 3 hours on this bitch, which is about another 15 minutes. Let me see what y'all niggas talking about in the comments. If I'm so gracious enough to hear my black ass, monkey ass preach. You see all those ass whoopings from his dad. Devon Birdie said all those ass whoopings from his dad in practices made him a beast. That Jackson 5 was fire. Nigga, I've watched that movie 1,000 times as a child. Nigga, I was so jealous. What was that nigga name? His name eludes me right now. Oh, what's that nigga's name? Oh my God. What's that nigga name who played Michael Jackson? The dark skinned nigga? That nigga was talented as fuck. I was jealous of his ass when I was a kid. Like, God damn it. I wish I could play Michael Jackson. Oh man, I usually know this shit. I'm just too high to like access the information. I can see his face. Just can't access this information right now. I'm too lit. I'm a little too lit. Somebody tell me what's this kid's name. What's this kid's name? Somebody tell me who's the kid who played Michael Jackson? The kid. I know the guy who played. What's eerie is that the guy who played the mature Michael Jackson in American, the Jackson 5 movie, American Dream. That's what we're talking about. In case you're not looking at the live chat, um, Divine Birdie made mention of the Jackson 5 movie, American Dream, which was a TV series that came out back in the 90s. It was fucking. It was. I remember just really, really loving it as a child because I felt like I was getting like a true background on what Michael Jackson's history was like because it was kind of shrouded in mystery to me as a child. I only had access to so much information. So when that came out, I was like, damn, they're doing a movie on Michael Jackson? On Michael Jackson? Yeah, I want to see Michael Jackson. You know what I'm saying? So when it came out, I was very intrigued and interested. I watched the shit out of it. So the guy who played the mature version of Michael Jackson, he died like shortly after the movie. If I'm not mistaken, like he died young, man. He died young, like real young. He died real young, man. I think he died of like leukemia. The guy who, he really like channeled Mike. Like you remember the part on the Jackson 5 in that movie when he did the part when he was in the studio doing Human Nature. I remember getting goosebumps as a child. Like, damn, this motherfucker's Michael Jackson in this shit. He's Michael Jackson. Listen to look out. That nigga had on the aviators and shit. That nigga channeled Mike. That nigga had on the juicy curls. I said, damn, that nigga had the facial expressions. I said, damn, this nigga Mike for real. Ain't nobody played Mike like that since. Jason Weaver. Yep, that's Jason Weaver. Was the one who played the kid Mike. And it was on Jackson 5. That nigga killed that shit. That nigga killed that shit. Can't nobody play it better. Nigga Jason Weaver killed that shit. And he was using his own voice. That nigga was singing, dancing, doing his own stunts. Jason Weaver was a talented motherfucker. I better know that. Jason Weaver was talented. Mm-hmm. Alfonso Ribeiro. Who was that, man? Is that the one who played the mature Michael? Alfonso Ribeiro? Let me know. Is that him? I just know he died young. He was a young man. The guy who played Michael Jackson, he was a young dude. Died of cancer. I think cancer took him out young, baby. He didn't get a chance to even get busy. It's like he came down here and shit. He did that shit. That was shit. Did, baby. Did. Trying to do something there. So, he did. We are in that time. We are in that time to where, where a lot of things that are blocking you can easily be usurped by start becoming more emotionally invested in yourself. That is the key. You can skip a lot of steps by probing just probing your own emotional shit. The things that fucked you up as a child, things of that nature, things that affect you now as an adult. You know, those are the things that you can use. The steps that you can use for yourself, which is painstaking, and it takes a lot of sincerity and self accountability to really deal with the shit to see how it affects you, and you can see how it affects others. You understand what I'm saying? See how it affects you, and you can see how it affects others as a result of your own trauma, and you can see how it actually affects your own mentality because you're locked into this trauma. You understand what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? So that's the key, man. That's the key. Emotions. Getting down with these emotions. The mastering your emotions is literally, it's like mastering your mind because you get to choose to invest what you put your emotions into. And I'm gonna beat that to his blue in the face because I know that's the key. Yeah, I know that's the key. That's the key, nigga. You you know, going through Pan's, you still have to go through Pan's labyrinth because a part of dealing with those emotions, you still got to go through the trials and tribulations in your mind. I'm not saying it's going to be like you're not going to be able to sprint to this shit per se. It's still going to require work, but when you start to deal with your emotions, that's the roadmap. That's a part of the roadmap that leads you along the path, so you can start to accept new shit, new ways. You understand what I'm saying? You will start to aspire for more, for different shit, things that are a bit more important than things that are designed to keep you locked in, to keep you locked down to a human mentality. You start to seek things that are a bit more conducive to what your idea of what freedom could be for yourself. You start to open your mind to that. You start to open your mind to that shit. You understand what I'm saying? Are you prepared to say to yourself that your mate is free? Are you prepared? Like really, like just think about it. Just think about it for yourself. It's not something that the answer right now, because perhaps right now you might not be ready to fully answer that. You understand what I'm saying? But these are the type of things that you would start to really ponder what that really truly means. You understand what I'm saying? To really truly free yourself, you have to be willing to put everything on the table, baby. You can't leave nothing off. You can't leave shit off. You understand what I'm saying? You gotta be ready to face yourself. Face yourself. So you can get rid of this false perception of self. And then you can open up some new avenues for some other new hot shit. You dig what I'm saying? For some new hot flavorful shit. You dig what I'm saying? So Alfonso played Michael in the movie Moonwalker. Yeah, that's right. Alfonso, you talking about Carlton? That's what you talking about. You talking about Carlton from Fresh Prince? Yeah, he played Michael Jackson, and that motherfucker, if I remember correctly, that motherfucker got busy. That motherfucker can dance his ass off. Alfonso Ribeiro. When that nigga did that shit in Moonwalker, that nigga was a baby Michael. That nigga was slick as fuck. That nigga was slick as fuck. Carlton got down in Michael Jackson Moonwalk. I remember that shit. He got down. That nigga was doing the moonwalk and yoking and shit. I said, damn. Kid talented. The kid got moves. I said he got moves. I said the kid got some talent. So, yeah, man. I'm interested and intrigued. See, I'm green right now. So I'm very green. I'm at the beginning of this shit. So you want to get it. You want to get it while the iron is hot. While I have patience for this shit. I'm very green right now. So that means like I'm so interested and intrigued. You know what I'm saying? In hearing what the fuck you have to say. Oh, I think it's quite interesting. I think I'm gonna be interested in hearing what you guys have to say. The ones that are like like when I can't wait to to just be perhaps to even get a glimpse of your breakthrough. That's so humbling. You understand what I'm saying? If I could learn something from your breakthrough, oh, I look forward to that. Let me see, Divine said I can get in my own way, consciousness versus my humanity. But I can also tell when I keep studying everything I thought I knew, I hear it with more respect and understanding, especially listening. That's a fact. When you're sincere about trying to pursue this shit, your heart will begin to open. You know what I'm saying? It's really a magical thing. It's quite remarkable. Like things that you thought you knew, you'll go back and listen to it again. it'll be just like mythology. It'll be like you never heard it. You know what I'm saying? That's the beauty of mythology, is that you can always read it and get something new. Bobby Hemmett says that. You understand what I'm saying? And most definitely I concur. You understand? Like without a doubt. You know, that's what makes mythology so beautiful, is that you can always go back and read it and find something new. And that's what it's like in the pursuit of consciousness anyway. You know, you go back and then you like and then, you know, just when you thought you had it, in the process of pursuit, you realize like, oh, it's more to this shit. Like, god damn. Just when I just learned how to windmill, there was another dunk called the East Bay Funk. God damn. Now I gotta learn how to East Bay Funk. I gotta learn how to East Bay Funk. Fuck. Just when you learn how to East Bay Funk, a nigga's doing a 360 windmill. You like, fuck. It's more, you know, like it's more information, more breakthroughs, more understandings keep taking place. And it's fun to witness it, and it's fun to be a part of it, and it's fun to witness yourself change and evolve as the process is taking place. You become addicted to wanting to partake in your own transformation, to actually watch this shit unfold. You understand? When you actually start to look at sacred geometry and start to actually study it, you start to be like, oh, you know, that's pretty interesting. You know, it starts to sound a little bit different. Once you start to put certain pieces together and realize the importance of witnessing your own transformation in concordance to sacred geometry, you be like, ooh, that's funky. That's very funky. If I could drop any form of meditation on you that I've been doing a lot, me and my lady, a lot, I mean, goddamn. I mean, it may be old, but shit. Goddamn, jazz music, oh. Like that shit, boy. Like whatever your vice is, whether you like to sip on some brandy or yak or whatever, smoke you a hot joint or do a shroom, whatever your vice, whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, when you get into your meditations, oh, cut on that John Coltrane, a love supreme, a love supreme. Put on that John Coltrane, a love supreme, I promise you. Shit, nigga, you going to another area. You will go into another area in your mind. Listen to that John Coltrane, a love supreme. You understand what I'm saying? Listen to that John Coltrane. I believe it's called Blue World. Let me look at my shit here, because I want to make sure I get this right. Because this nigga kept popping in my mind about this shit. And I wanted to make sure it was real before I actually put it out. I had to try it for myself. So he has the album, if you have iTunes or whatever, he has an album called Blue World, John Coltrane. And then it came through the spirit world, and he was telling me the importance and the power of a lot of his creativity. It was like he was explaining to me the importance of his throat. A lot of people look at breath and lips and tonation with the tongue and things of that nature, like tongue and things of that nature, as like when people like try to play a saxophone, they're not really concentrating on using like their throat as a part of their instrument. They're just really just blowing into the shit mindlessly. And he was explaining to me, he was like, listen, you know what I'm saying? He said, listen to my Blue World music, my Blue World album, and meditate on the throat chakra. You understand what I'm saying? I did it very simple. I put on that Blue World John Coltrane. All I did was just meditate on the color blue, put on that shit, and I swear I felt my shit just open up. My shit just started to just like, I just felt like the mucus, everything, whatever it was, shit started to clear up as I'm listening to this album. You understand what I'm saying? I'm listening to this album, got the candle lit, it's dark. I believe I may have even been in the shower at the time. I can't remember. I put that shit on, that shit just, and so I meditated on the color blue, that John Coltrane Blue World, that shit started to just open up in my shit. Like, I could just feel shit. You understand what I'm saying? Gave me more power. Gave me more power in my approach. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely advise you. And not only just listen to it for that, but listen to it just for the chaos of it. Understand, like the like what it took in order to produce the type of music that they were doing. Understand that that shit is coming from from a place that is just cosmic. You understand what I'm saying? Understand that that it can only come from a cosmic place. So it can only put you in a cosmic perspective when you're meditating while the music is on. It would be chaotic. You understand what I'm saying? Like one of the things I realized as I was reading this book, I get this book out right here. This book here, Encyclopedia of Spirit, the ultimate guide to the magic of fairies, genies, demons, ghosts, gods, and goddesses by Judica Isles. The ultimate encyclopedia on all the deities and shit. So as I was reading and studying this, as I started to read the descriptions of all these deities and shit and things of that nature, one of the things I started to realize, I was like, damn, a lot of these deities are like they have like very fantastic, like they're like very fantastic in how they're put together, like their attributes. Like they'll have 12 arms and limbs in here, and then they'll have a snake coming out of their elbow, and then they'll have a lion coming out of their ankle. You'd be like, God damn, like, but then I started to realize, like, oh, I mean, like, another great form of meditation is that these things help challenge your imagination to help you get into something that is beyond your human concept. You understand what I'm saying? That's what I appreciate about what the ancestors did with creating these things, is that they challenge you. You understand what I'm saying? Like they're not just women, a black woman holding a baby. You know what I'm saying? It was not just man, woman, and child, like simple shit. You know, that you like to see on Facebook that show black love, you know, things of that nature. Like very easy, simple things that you can pick up on, that you can digest. But like these deities are challenging. You understand what I'm saying? And that's what I like about them. They're challenging in their nature, you know, and they force you to use your imagination, so to speak, to think more on an unconventional way. You understand what I'm saying? That's what I like about these deities. It said, Divine Bird said, good looking out for the meditation plug. Oh, no doubt. For sure. For sure. Mass, yeah, bro. Just watched that shit on Netflix. He was otherworldly talented from working with Miles. Yeah. Hell yeah. I watched Miles' documentary. I've watched documentaries on all these dudes. All of them. Dizzy Gillespie, Charlie Parker, Louis Armstrong. You name it. On and on. The Theophilus Monk. You know what I'm saying? I've studied them all. You know, very, very fascinating individuals. Very fascinating how they were able to produce such a cosmic music. That's the best way. I can't. It's undescribable how they was able to do that shit. I truly believe it's quite magical jazz music. I listen to that shit every day now. Every day. It's amazing. I listen to it every day because I love the challenge of it. I love the challenge of it, personally. I listen to it every day. Be blasting that shit. Like, damn, these motherfuckers are some bad motherfuckers. They were some bad motherfuckers. How they just made that shit work musically. Like everybody's doing something, and it's a constant compliment. They constantly complimenting each other in this magical system of how they do it. It's very complex. Very complex. And that's why it was so admired at its day. It was the highest art form. Jazz is the highest of art. Highest of art. So, you know, as much as I love to turn up, and nigga, trust me, nigga, I turns up, nigga. I listen to all the ratchet shit, nigga, that you like. But nigga, I advise you to challenge yourself. Listen to some old school. You understand what I'm saying? Listen to some old shit from the '70s. Like you young punks, like listen to some old shit. Like these, I'm listening. Like let's expose yourself to some more challenging shit. You understand what I'm saying? That would expand your imagination and heavily impact your consciousness. You know what I'm saying? If all you listen to is niggas rap all day, you know what I mean? You want more balance. Yeah, you want to turn up, but you want more balance. You know what I'm saying? Like listen to some Anita, listen to some Sade, some Shaka Khan. You understand what I'm saying? Get into it, love it. Shit is some fly shit. Shit is some fly shit. Get into that shit. That Tony Braxton, that shit got some man. You know, so we be blasting that shit around the house. That shit is hot fire. Like balance your shit. Get to know yourself a little bit more outside of what you think you are. Instead of always trying to be tough. Add some balance to yourself. And then you start to see yourself, you be able to relate a little bit more. You become a little bit more well rounded, more sophisticated, a bit more cooler. You understand what I'm saying? If all you know is Trippy Red and the Migos, which I turn up just like everybody else, you know what I mean? Like, I think that's pretty limiting. You know what I mean? That's pretty limiting. Ryan said, "Who?" I mean, my favorite rapper is Offset. That's my favorite rapper. And don't even ask me why. I just don't know. I just like the way he raps. I don't have no fucking idea why. I just like it. Whoop whoop whoop. Made a whole meal off a drip. Them niggas be spending that money. Them niggas be disrespecting, man. Them niggas spend money like they don't give a fuck. Niggas spend 150,000 on a chain. 150 racks on a chain. Like fuck, nigga, do that shit. Nigga, what is the meaning of life? Niggas wearing their house around their wrist. Nigga, them Richard Mills, 250 racks, 250,000 for a Richard Mills watch. 250,000, 150,000 for a Richard Mills, an AP, Audemars Piguet. Them shits, man. Them shit niggas be nigga. Y'all niggas want to make six figures. That niggas want to make 100,000. Man, there's motherfuckers who spend that shit on watches. Fuck. 100,000. I'm telling you, get into your right mind, and then you begin to open up new avenues. New shit will start to take care of itself, and then all that other shit become easy. You be living it up in no time, living in life like a king and living it like a queen. Shit will become paradise. This is only the beginning, baby. This is only the beginning. See you at the top. 'Cause I tell you right now, if I get on a fast break, I ain't dunking. I'm finger rolling. I'm telling you right now, baby. You catch me on a fast break, nigga. I'm finger rolling. No rim. No rim. Put that bitch up like the ice, man. Just let that bitch up, let that thing hold up there like that, boy. And then flip that thing up high and let that bitch butter roll. Cause I ain't working hard. You dig? I ain't working hard. Hit your ass with a butter roll. What them young punks call it, jelly. Look at that shit. Look at that shit on YouTube. Jelly rolls. Them niggas doing fancy, freaky ass layups. That should be cool as fuck. That's how I be doing niggas. Hit niggas with lacing niggas with them jelly rolls. Shit. That's what it's all about, man. Busting your ass, and for a manager who don't see a better way for themselves. You understand what I'm saying? Can't do that, baby. Can let you can or if you do it, you can allow that motherfucker to indoctrinate you and fuck you up with that shit, or allow it to affect you in such in such an emotional way to where you stress at home and affects your livelihood and your family. You understand what I'm saying? Fuck you up. Motherfuckers try to put your job on the line and shit, try to use that shit to control you. And it works because you gotta pay bills. You gotta pay bills. That shit works. You dig what I'm saying? So, anyways, let me get my black ass up off of here. I can care to hear myself speak any motherfucking longer. You understand what I'm saying? God damn. I ordered a pizza like 3 hours ago, nigga. Over 3 hours ago. And now I ain't gonna get a chance to eat it while it's hot and crispy. What a tragedy. But hey, what can I say? That's just how it is. That's just how the fuck it is. Let me see, Devon, but listening to these pimps, Rosebud and Shantae Hollywood Parker, after helping me a lot of American pimps. Hell yeah, them pimps is funny. I like them pimps. That nigga Rosebud, that nigga said, I go by the name of Rosebud. And that's spelled with two D's for a double dose of this pimp. That nigga Rosebud said, that's two D's for a double dose of this pimp. You dig what I'm saying? A double dose for this pimp. I respect I respect that shit. I mean, like even pimps are locked down. If I'm, to be honest, they are locked down and they are also indoctrinated by their own way of thinking. But I do respect that they have the balls to do it anyway. To do something that's completely unconventional. You know what I'm saying? That's looked at as totally devilish by others. You gotta have a lot of balls to do that shit. If you ask me, you have a lot of balls. Yeah. Anywho, I'll holler at you Negroes later. Of course, I'll be back and chopping up with y'all. My email, hold on, let me get my email out for you niggas. Niggas been asking, and I forgot it. Hold on. I forgot my email. Because really, easy to find on social media. Just put in Kenny Mansa on Instagram. I'm on IG, Facebook, Kenny Mansa. It's going to show up as Kenneth Robinson, which is my real first and last name. But Kenny Manson will be as a nickname. Hold on, let me find my goddamn email. You would think I would know this shit by heart, but I just created it, so fuck it. Email. So it's simple. My email is kennymansa88@gmail.com. Again, that is kennymansa88@gmail.com. You can follow me on Instagram, which is Kenny_Mansa. Public on there. And then on Facebook, it's just Kenneth Robinson or Kenny Mansa. You did. Easy to find in this bitch. We can network and link up eventually. Over time, I will roll out my consultation sessions in order to get that part of the game cracking. I truly feel in my soul and spirit that's going to help unleash new avenues in this, in this thing that we're doing. Whatever the fuck we're doing, this thing. You dig what I'm saying? I'm just, make sure that I'm doing, my part. You dig what I'm saying? Yeah, dig. So I'll holler at you fools later. Peace.